Yo, are we still rolling? Alright, let's talk.
And for the success of the family in the future. Most of them want, the instant gratification of, I want to see you though today. I want you to blow my back out. You know what I mean?
Wait.
Wait. I haven't heard that intro in a while, bro.
It's been like 2 months since the whole squad has been together, man. But just a quick one, man. Welcome to Not Your Average Joes. This is your host, joined by his co-host Moose, Given, and the Duke. And we come at you today with our first Not Your Average Joes. We're back, literally. We're back on track now. I mean, I hope for us to stay consistent and keep putting out some fire vids for you guys to tune into. And I'm excited for the future. but just a quick one, real quick. Just a quick overview, just in the sense of, yo, guys, how have you guys been? You know, what you guys been up to? I can see Given's been hitting the gym. Tell me, what are you saying? I'm like, yo, I did not throw shade at Temmie. Temmie's been hitting the gym as well. So everyone's been hitting the gym. Shit. Okay, fair enough.
But tell me.
And I've been hitting the gym. So
what? Maybe I should get a shirt because you guys don't feel my gains are there, bro. What are you talking about?
It's true.
Let me get a different top.
I'm about to expose. You guys missed your push-ups before the show. You missed those.
I did.
I did it an hour ago, so I should have done it.
Man's looking a bit deflated. Man's looking a bit deflated. It's all a bit mad. But give me 2 weeks, guys.
Let me get a different shirt, bro.
Are you actually changing?
You're violating me, man.
It was a joke. Whoa.
Oh, we were playing.
Whoa.
Yo,
I even said right now. What's going on?
I know. I was like, yo, I'm like, is this toxic masculinity?
I'm not trying to be a bro. I'm trying to be a chat.
I don't know. It's like, yo, ego orientated. Is that you? Oh man, but yo, Given, what you saying, man? What you been up to?
Oh, I've been good, man.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Job grinding, man.
Oh, bro, how are the jobs? How are the jobs?
Stuff, but it's good.
Good.
I got into the PwC, the firm.
Yes. How's that going?
I got a job there. I'm
Yeah.
meant to start in July 19th.
Okay, yo.
I get a free laptop. I get company card and all that stuff. And if I get sent to London for like a project, I get £50 a day.
Trying to tell me I can't do this shit.
So I get money.
What?
Money. Yeah,
What?
Okay.
Bullshit, man. It's
Married
only the
ladies.
clothing. Shit. Fuck that.
Hey, look at this. Man came through with heat. I love it. You love to see that,
Hey.
man.
But yeah,
You
no,
love to see that.
we are
That's
here, man.
good,
We
man.
are here. Trying to get
I'm
it done.
glad.
But I'm looking for
to
jobs
hear
in
that.
London
No
as well,
game.
still, you know?
Bro, come through, man. Come through. We need to get a house. We need to get
I'm
a house
looking
together
for
or
jobs in
something.
London. I'm trying to see what I can do, bro, because it's tough.
There's
It's tough.
this company that you're working with in Belfast, right? And
Yeah,
are
but
there
so
different branches in the UK?
It's international, yeah. It's international company, so it's like in 178 countries. It's one of the biggest.
Right.
It's one of the big four accounting firms. But they also do other
Right.
stuff like they have like a lawyer section. Like imagine Suits, they have like a lawyer section. They have like a science technology section. They have like
Yes.
a crime and fraud section. They also have
Mad.
like a data
Taz, where you
science
at?
and science section.
Jonathan, where you at?
So yeah, data engineer section. So I'm getting in on the like data engineer analyst section of it. I try to work my way to become a data scientist. Like right now, I'm learning all the other stuff. Like my Python is, I kind of get the object-oriented Python, like how to do that. So I'm like beginner. I'm transitioning slowly to intermediate. I'm beginner to intermediate. So I'm transitioning slowly. But hey, the money.
And
the
what
pay
would you?
on the
What
other
would
end-
What would your advice be for someone who was trying to, let's say, like do similar to you, where they're trying to change careers? What would your advice be?
Bro, it's tough. Research what your career path needs to jump to the next career. Most people, if they're looking for education, either get the education, but most times if it's a skill where you can learn it by yourself, and do projects to where you can self-manage projects. You can do those projects by yourself, manage them, set a task, do the research, get the results you need, present those results, and do multiple of these projects, maybe 10 to 30. And once you build up the experience, put that on a little like you can make like easy websites these days with like using apps or whatever. Make like a quick easy
Yeah.
website for yourself. Put all those like projects you've done on that website. Show the workflow, the information you've done, the gathering of information, and then whenever you apply, you transfer them to that. The people who like book you, if you go for an interview, whatever, you tell them, I have this, by the way, show you my project. If you're looking to see if I'm capable. But in most cases, for like data science or whatever, they might actually just ask you a data science question
Fully.
or like a few
Yeah.
questions to see if you're like capable. Like, okay, if I was trying to extract, certain information from this database, how would I do it? And then how would I analyze that information using what tools? And if that didn't work, what would you do? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? So just kind of learn the craft pretty much the best you can. Like I bought a course on Python, coding, data mining, all these other like type of coding stuff. And then now I'm trying to get a course on the like data extraction stuff. So I'm like literally trying to work my way, breaking down into small segments and spending like a month on each, but learning the bare minimum for me to start doing projects. Once you start doing projects, everything starts to roll together nicely. So you kind of get the flow of it. So the more you do the thing cohesively, the better you get at it. So just do that. So yeah, it's tough.
Hey,
but,
man. So just to summarize
Sounds
what
good,
he just
man.
said. Just to summarize what he just said, if you're looking to change careers, he said the first thing he said is it's tough. Second thing, research what you want to go into. Third, make sure you know exactly what it is that you need in order to succeed in that field, and then start studying it. Break it down into manageable chunks, and then start doing projects. Put that shit on a website, and start putting yourself out there with employers and no matter what it might be. And keep learning. Keep learning. Never stop learning. As you're going, never stop learning.
Big up as well. One thing
Go
as
ahead.
well, if you have Twitter, tweet about your projects or your things you're doing. Okay, if you have LinkedIn, post about what you're doing, the project you're doing, because more often than not, people who are doing like, especially if you're going into the coding and data science section, if you are like self-taught, your best chance is a startup company, because they're looking for people to pay just slightly less, but you get the invaluable experience. And if you open a startup and make that startup successful with your work, and you increase revenue, increase, like projections, this, that, and the other, that is like beyond anything. Like that is like, you need, like, that is something that will shine well than rather you going to like a big company, getting in there and trying to put your like stamp on it, but then, getting like watered down by other people's successes. You see what I'm saying?
Yep. If you want to
Because
make
it
a
won't
name
just-
for yourself,
I feel
start
that.
small.
Start with small
Yeah.
companies they will see your actual like imprint on the company a bit more. Like your effect on the company will be long lasting and more major, as they say. So
Hey, man.
Yeah.
That's mad. And then tell me, bro, what about you, bro? Just a quick summary of what you've been up to in the last 2 months while we've been away. I know you're studying.
I can't beat that.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting, man. What the hell? Who can beat that? Yeah, I'm still in med school. Doing my job. Patient
Placements, bro. Placements.
work. Yeah,
Placements.
yeah.
Tell
very
us
good,
about
very good stuff.
placements. Yeah, man. Tell us about placements. How were they? Getting up early, sleeping late. Tell us what it's like,
what's
man.
the
Yeah, it's
day-to-day
long.
struggle like?
I just finished my 3-week placement at a dermatology department in one of the hospitals I've worked in, and it's been
Yes.
pretty good. I've had to shadow a consultant, and this is
Yeah.
basically the field I want to go into. And so
Okay.
far, I've been, I've covered so much, and my last assessment is this Tuesday, and that's like
Best of
my
luck.
last exam for the semester, and I'm done. And so
Hey.
I'm looking forward to it. But then when it comes to like day-to-day experience, you your people skills are put to the test every single day in terms of
100%.
patient care, communication, engaging with your team,
Yes, yes.
co-workers. That's very important. And also acknowledging you need to build on your knowledge. Everything you learn every day is important. There's repetition. So when there's repetition, you need to practice, and with practice
Yep.
comes perfection. So ongoing. I've got a background in clinical care already, so this has been great so far. But it's school, man. That's just how school is. Assignments, this and that. But I can't wait till it's over. You know what I mean? I want to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
working like you niggas.
Literally. The second you see my man get a shape up, that means work is done
Moving
and he's
bread.
out to have fun. It's time.
Bro.
I was meant to get
time.
one yesterday. It's just my barber didn't get back to me. Pete. Don't worry,
Barbers are
next time.
pre-booked. Hey, it is what it is. But guys, I'm literally just gonna go over what we're gonna talk to you. Well, what we're gonna try to talk to you guys about today. It's gonna be masculinity, and toxic masculinity per se. What we plan to do after our basically after lockdown ends, 21st of June. Although I'm hearing talks of July. I don't know. I might have to strike outside with Boris. And then preferences in age. Would you date over 30?
Don't stay indoors. Stay outdoors. Don't go out. Don't go in.
Don't go out. Don't go in. Shake hands. No, don't shake hands.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then there's two reaction vids that we're gonna take a look at too as well. So yeah, just to start off, guys. So masculinity definition. What are you guys saying? What do you guys think about that? What about that term?
It's all about being a man, right?
Yeah, that's
Being a
honestly
man.
once you hear that, it's just basically be a man. You know,
Be a man. You've
Be a
seen?
man.
Wait, you guys have seen Mulan?
everyone
Yeah?
knows what that means. Yeah,
You see Mulan?
yeah.
Be a man. You know the song. That's it. Yeah.
No.
Yo!
Says the dark side. of
Yo, it's deep. That.
Oh, the Disney movie.
Deep
okay.
Mulan. Deep Mulan. Even for her to go through her
Oh,
hero's journey.
ooh.
She had to
Mulan,
become a
you see
man.
what they've been doing?
Is this an analysis? Is this how
It's
they
an
apply it?
analysis.
Huh? Okay.
Hey,
That's what
it
they
is
were
what
doing
it
with
is.
Mulan, telling them, hey, you can be
Okay,
as
only-
you can be strong like Mulan. You can be strong as a man. You can save the
Mm.
country like a man. You can do all the
Oh, are
things. a man
you
can do.
saying? Is this applying some type of indoctrination? Is that what you're saying? Is there some type of gender role?
I think
training?
depending the gender roles,
Yep.
with Mulan. You see what I'm saying? A lot of girls were
It's
thinking,
true.
oh, I should join the
If
army.
you think about Mulan before she joined the army, she was very feminine,
Mm-hmm.
And then once she started, training and being around men, she became
Well,
more masculine.
actually, she was
Yeah, go ahead.
because I recently saw the movie. She was
Yeah.
not. She was like a
Wait,
bit
I'm talking about
feminine.
Disney. Talking about Disney, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. She was a bit.
cartoon
she was,
one.
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
bit feminine. She wasn't all the way feminine. She
Oh,
tried
for
to
sure.
dress up. She tried to dress up and get ready for the wedding thing. That flopped, and she kind of took it on herself to be like, you know what? I don't. This is not really who I am, and I can be more than I am, kind of thing. So
Yeah,
I think she was more like a tomboy, if anything.
yeah. And then when
Is
you
it
say
any
I can
different?
be
Because I
more,
watched the cartoon. Is it
Yeah.
a different to the adaptation of the film, or
There's
the
no
film's
Mushu.
a completely different
There's no
version?
Mushu, it sucks.
The
There's
movie
no
is worse than the cartoon.
100%.
There's no Mushu. There's no Mushu.
Even Lion King, it was worse than the.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay. But then the overall message is the same, huh?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, be
so
a man.
she's a
Be
tomboy.
a man.
Okay.
Be a man is the overall message.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm literally just gonna break it down just into look. There are so many terms, so many definitions out there of masculinity. But I think the one that stuck with me when I was doing a little bit of reading was the Hofstede's definitions, and he breaks it down into it's like a spectrum. It's not like masculine, feminine, two separate. It's more like you're on a scale, and masculine is at one side and feminine is at one side. We exhibit both sides.
Like
but
gender.
Men tend to like gender. It's a bit fluid, and you can exhibit more than the other. So the definition I've got here anyway is masculinity stands for a society in which social gender roles are clearly distinct. Men are supposed to be assertive, tough, and focused on material success. Women are supposed to be more modest, tender, and concerned with quality of life. So femininity, on the other side, just so that you got a comparison, stands for society in which social gender roles overlap. Both men and women are supposed to be modest, tender, and concerned with quality of life. Now, do you agree? That would be the first. Yeah, supposed to.
Can you display
Yeah.
that comment on the main page? Hold on, I can copy.
Yeah,
and paste.
of course I can. I'll copy and paste.
Oh,
and
you
put it on
can
the
do
banner.
it.
You want me to put it as a banner?
So someone,
Yeah.
I guess if it fits.
It's a bit big. It's a bit big though. That's why.
Yeah, be
Yeah,
going for
yeah.
But I'll put it on the.
Maybe
I'll put it in the comment section. I'll put it in the comments.
Yeah,
like,
comment
if anyone
section
wants
for people to
take
read. Yeah.
Yeah, people can read that. It's in the comment section, so you can see it. It's split into 3 though. Don't know why it's done that, but
It went straight like that's good.
it went
Start
straight
with the
into
first
3.
one.
Yeah. So essentially,
I mean,
now breaking this down now. So guys, we're told from day as we're growing up, in even in society, like, you hear it. You're like, in order to be a man, you've got to be strong, tough. Boys cry, girls don't cry, men fight, women
Wait,
don't
what?
fight. Do
Boys
you
cry?
agree? I mean,
Wait,
boys. Sorry,
what?
boys don't. Sorry, the other way. You know what I mean? The other way around.
I
So
didn't
yeah,
notice.
boys don't cry. Boys don't cry. Girls cry.
Mhm.
Men fight. Women don't fight. What do you guys think about that message?
If
Is
we
that how we're
start
supposed to
from
act?
if we start from the beginning, right? So when it comes to
Yeah.
toddler to teenage years,
Mm-hmm.
are boys conditioned to act masculine, or are we predisposed to behave certain ways? Are we already attracted to sports or action figures than we are attracted to kitchen toys and dolls and babies? We
I think.
are we
To an
do you
extent,
think
yes.
that's what's conditioned to us based on how maybe our family is, friends, is it peer pressure? Is it society reinforcing it, or do we just do it because
I think
that's
it's
what we're
instinct.
wired to do?
I think it's
Okay, there's
instinct.
an instinct,
I think
right?
it's wired in. But from birth, as in, from the second we're born, it's been passed down through generation to generation. These things are not inherited by chance. I'm so sure back in the day, like, back pre, like, before, like, after dinosaurs, etc., that the first men, there were probably a bunch of them that did not want to take up responsibility, did not want to fight, and they probably died fully. They probably died off. So,
But you know why? Yeah?
survival was more important. It was the most important thing then. Now I don't think it's not as important. Hence we can
Survival and
have
mate
these talks.
selection was the most important thing.
It's
And I
an
think
evolutionary,
I think because of
predisposal.
the whole
Yeah.
mate selection thing and
Hmm.
that forced men to kind of pick and choose, well, not pick and choose, but pick their path. They realize if I don't become, I will not get any. If
Yeah.
I don't, show my worth, I will not get any. My community will not value me. So what is the point of them feeding me if I am
Hmm.
not contributing to community? You know what I mean? So for
That's it.
men, it was you have to put your life on the line and work and do all this other stuff so you can have a place within the community and kind of play your role and show your worth. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's it. That's it.
So
And
but
this
man
is
can
further.
say, yeah,
Yeah, go
it's
on.
crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, go
No,
on.
no, no. And further on, like I said, this is backed by there's a study actually done in 2018 in the US. It's called the Masculinity Report, USA 2018. I think it's Harry's Plus Masculinity Report. That's the full name. Don't know why it's got the Harry's bit in it. But literally in in September 2018, this Dr. John Barry, he basically interviewed 5,000 guys, 5,000 men, US men, and they wanted to find out what the most important thing for guys were in terms of like being a man, what contribute to being a man. So they had relationships, they had things like job satisfaction. Also, what else did they have? They had things like such, just basically a wide variety of choices. And essentially, what they found was that for men to feel, the most how do you say empowered, or the most how do you say positive, or the most positive mindset, they found the thing that had the most factor was job security, like job satisfaction, and whether they were making an impact at work. That was the main thing. So athleticism and all of these other things were not conducive to them feeling like a man per se. And the values, that it's weird. Like, we're told in this day and age as well, toxic masculinity, right, is to do with the way that men are. But if
What
you were to
what what
ask,
do they describe? What do they label as toxic masculinity? Let's give like
so they
Definition.
examples
don't they
or
don't they don't
yeah.
label in this study, they don't label it as toxic masculinity. But when you say toxic masculine, it's more a case of when men have to conform to a set of rigid expectations. So when we're told we have to be a certain type of way, like, like you have to be strong, or we have to behave like a man, then it becomes a kind of culture of toxic masculinity. So for example,
Oh,
sharing our emotions, that's something which would be labeled as not manly, right?
oh yeah. This is
And
the what is it?
that's indicative to toxic masculinity, the culture. I don't believe in the actual term itself, but if we're going to use it, I would just break it down to the sense of that's what we're referring to.
This is what they say.
Yeah.
Just a quick
Go ahead.
read of the definition. The
Yeah,
concept
sure.
of toxic masculinity is used in academics and
Yep.
media discussions of masculinity to refer to certain cultural norms that are
Yep.
associated with harm to society and men themselves. So
Mm.
things that harm society and men themselves is considered toxic masculinity.
So do you feel like, but why is it the burden of man? I don't understand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, let me delve into that definition
Yeah,
as
go
well.
ahead.
When I think of toxic, or I think of toxin, I think of an
Poison.
overconcentration of some type of substance that is too much. Like a moderate amount of something is good, but when you've gone
Mm.
overboard, then
Yep.
that's where it's detrimental to the person and to the people around them. So it's like
Correct.
when they apply it to certain examples, like a man who is too aggressive, is it a very great sort of label to define what masculinity is, just based on, oh, he's doing too much of what is considered masculine? I think that's
Mm.
lack of control. If you say someone's a bit too aggressive or is out of control or
Yeah.
is verbally abusive, they would
Mm.
label that toxic masculinity. And I think that's just a detrimental way of using
Of
the
doing it.
term masculine in any way.
Mhm.
I think that's
Because
almost
both,
a
yeah,
ploy.
because
Yeah,
both genders can exhibit aggressiveness, right? And
yeah,
both genders can exhibit lack of control. It's just that
yeah,
what you'll find is in the majority of society, if you are to pick, like, let's say for example, 1 in 100 men, you'll find that almost every single time that guy is the most is it's mostly a guy is the most aggressive.
yeah.
On that, the distribution curve, you'll find out most men are more aggressive than
Most men
most
are
women.
more likely to be imprisoned, more likely to
Exactly.
be perpetrators of domestic violence, more likely
That's it.
to rob and commit crime. So
Yeah,
I think that's
exactly. So
definitely
hence
defined.
they've summed it up as, if that's the case, then that means toxic. That means it must be a majority masculine trait. So therefore, it's toxically masculine. I don't know how to
Right.
otherwise say it, and I don't think it's the right way. I mean, I don't think it's the right way
I
to,
don't
to
either.
term it. Yeah.
Because when
So I
we
think we
look
have to
at
be
these
careful.
sort of when we look at these certain traits that are considered men dominated, so committing crimes is essentially dominated by men more than women, even though women also commit crime, but it's a specific type of crime, maybe,
And it's
you
always
know
premeditated.
um yeah, more
Yeah.
verbal or
Yep.
more socially involved, while men it involves a lot more physical violence.
Yeah.
So
And
essentially, is it based on how masculine someone is, or just the fact that men are more likely to be physical when it comes to their actions, right?
yeah.
I feel like Given's about
Given
to touch on
Given's
something,
about
but
to drop. Given's
No,
about to
no,
drop
but what
something.
I would
keep
say
this,
is,
yeah. Oh,
yeah,
go on, finish your point, Demi.
yeah, I would like to say another definition of, I guess, masculinity could be control, right? When someone
Okay.
has control within themselves, within their emotions, that's essentially another attribute to an alpha male. Someone who leads the conversation, leads the group, leads the battlefield, right? If someone can't control their physical need to hit or to be abusive, why isn't that considered someone who lacks that masculine trait? I feel like when it comes to those who are out of control, that's a form of the opposite of masculine,
No, no, no.
Feminine.
an effeminate.
I would say
Yeah,
it's a masculine deficiency.
thank you. I wanted to jump there somewhere, but you hit it. You
Do you
hit it.
know
Masculine
why?
There's a lack
So
thereof.
you're saying basically that your lack thereof of ability to control your male,
Physical
I don't know, your
expression. Yeah,
physical
yeah,
expression or whatever it is
yeah,
is a
yeah.
feminine trait.
It's the
Is that what you're saying?
opposite of masculine,
Or is it the
and whatever
opposite
that
of
is,
masculinity?
feminine.
So the
It's
opposite,
the opposite.
the opposite of masculinity, the opposite of masculinity is femininity. So,
No,
I don't know
no,
if
but it
this
makes
is what you
sense. No,
mentioned
it
in
makes
the
sense
live.
because because females are more emotional, so it makes
You know,
sense.
remember you defined high masculinity and low masculinity,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
further from low masculinity is just
It's
feminine traits.
just
So
more
it's the
feminine.
other side of
Yeah,
the spectrum. Yeah, I
that's
would
fine.
say that
Yeah.
too. So that's why I think the term toxic masculinity is defined wrong. It's like you're
Yes.
associating that uncontrolled mentality with masculine traits when it's essentially the
It's
lack
a lack
of
of
a
lack
So
masculine.
of.
There we go.
I hear what you guys are saying, and I think to say it to like to summarize the whole thing, it's basically toxic masculinity, as they say, should be called or should be defined as basically men who are feminine but all try to overcompensate with their masculinity to their detriment.
or the detriment of others.
Yeah,
Yeah, for the detriment of
yeah.
others.
That's when I wanted us to delve into people's, life. Maybe if they grew up without a father figure or male presence, that would
Yeah,
be
what do you think?
an
No,
expression
again,
that they
let's,
would carry.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Or
no,
if
let's
they
touch
grew
on
up
that.
abused by certain women in the household, you know what I mean? They
We
yeah.
could
could,
have,
yeah, no,
Let's delve
let's
into
talk
that.
about that.
All right. So
Yeah, let's talk
one
about it.
one stat would be that single parent families are more predominantly led by the mother in the home are more
correct.
likely to commit crime. So children raised in single parent homes are more likely to be, you know, not that all of them are, but are associated with criminal activity, more likely to end up in jail, more likely to be unstable,
Yep.
mentally ill. Not that, mothers aren't great, but not having two adults involved in the growth of a child is a
But
trait
think about it.
thereof that would lead to um,
Yeah.
the lack of control.
But therefore, but again, just to hit on that topic as well, we've seen as
Right.
well, even amongst ourselves, we know that, in that parent dynamic, usually the man plays the disciplinarian role. So
Right.
Oh
without
wow.
that disciplinarian role, there's no kind of, how do you say, consequences for you acting out, because
Yes.
the mother plays the nurturing role, and when she's forced to play the
Even though she
disciplinary role
has
as
to,
well,
forced to. Hmm.
when she's forced to play both roles, she doesn't play it
You're
well
right.
because she doesn't have an affinity to it.
It doesn't
It's
do either
something
well.
she's not going to do it justice. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? It's going to be like half
There's
cocked
an
or half
instability.
baked, and when it's half baked, it just doesn't have the same effect. Unless the mother is, let's say, a really masculine or tough mother, like, the example I can give that falls out of this is the women usually who are in the army. They usually actually, but it's very low percentage, but they would actually have children who they're disciplinarian, right? So they would have children who actually do follow a strict, rigid regimen.
Yeah.
They know discipline in the household. It runs like
Yeah.
A, B, C. They run the household, and that makes sense
Yeah.
because they've
I
got
mean, one
those
parent
traits.
can do their best, but it will definitely be harder than, let's say, there are
It's
two parents
harder.
in the home. So it will be
Exactly.
harder for a mother who gets it
Yeah.
right. A lot of single mothers get it right, are able to parent their children into adulthood, and they're, well put together citizens of the society. But
Yeah.
overall, it's just they're more likely to stray
To
away if there's no male figure in the home. So
yeah.
definitely something to chip in. Yeah,
100%. And
easy.
I think it correlates again with the, how do you say, with the societal norms too. Like, women are more interested in quality of life and people, whereas men are more interested in money and things, for example, as well. And
Production.
women, production, all of those things, they're much more, how do you say, it's like, it's very, straight down to the point. We're very
Logical,
simple. It's very logical
logical,
the
Yeah.
way that we
logical,
move.
methodical. Hmm.
Exactly, it's very methodical. Whereas with women, again, I'm generalizing here, so
Very
anyone who gets
abstract.
caught, anyone who's triggered by it, yeah, just it's okay. Don't take it personally. But
No,
yeah,
but it's very abstract because
it
look.
makes sense.
Just put in plain things I've noticed with even like with sometimes when I'm dating people.
Yeah.
Let's say they ask you something, like sometimes they say they want like control or share the burden of control. They want 50-50 equal partnership.
Mm.
And when given the opportunities to take that control, when you say, let's say you say they ask you, where do you want to eat, and you say, you know what, you pick where we should eat, and then they go, what do you mean? Like, I'm asking you, I'm asking what did you say? And I'm like, I'm giving you the reins. You want the reins, take the reins. And sometimes people don't do well with that, and they kind of get triggered a little bit, and they feel like they start acting a bit off, like what the hell?
What's
What would
happening
you?
here?
Or if they ask
Are you
you,
saying that? Sorry, are you saying that some men react that way, that they don't know how to lead? Is that what you're saying?
no. I'm saying when
He's saying when women are given the
women are
opportunity.
given the
Oh,
opportunity to take leadership, a lot of women sometimes who are naturally more feminine, who think they want the 50-50 partnership, but innately respond better to the man's leadership.
Your instincts, they
They,
don't.
when given the
Yeah.
opportunity, they start faffing about. When you tell them, where do you want to eat today, they'll start, I don't know, you decide. I'm like, no, I'm giving you the reins. You can pick today. I'm giving you the authority to decide where we should go. I don't know, I don't know what I'm feeling like. Actually, I saw a very interesting video where this
Go on.
guy, he found the cheat code to this situation. Because
Oh yes.
where you ask
I-
the girl,
Yeah.
ask the girl,
Where do you think I'm gonna take you?
guess where we're going tonight?
Yeah.
We're getting some food. Guess where we're going? And then she goes, "Are we going to, we're going to Red Lobster?" Exactly. How did you know? That's where we're going. Let them answer for themselves. You reverse psychology, like you do that reverse psychology. Get them to give you the answer that they think you want and or they want, without the hassle of having to say, "What do you want to eat?" And then they're like, "I don't know."
Well,
Yes, Temi,
since
go
we're
ahead.
in this example, I'm gonna throw fire to this
I go.
Oh, go
burner
on.
right now.
Ooh,
Okay,
let me get the
so
lighter ready.
there are some cases where,
Yeah.
and when it comes to dating someone, dating a man, guy dating a girl, girls take on the lead. Well, the lead would be, oh, are we going out? Oh, I would like to go to that luxurious restaurant downtown. Would you like to take me? So when a girl says that, what do you think that would mean? Like, is she trying to set you up
Take
as
her.
free food, or
Take
is
her.
she playing lead?
If you're in a relationship, obviously don't give the reins to someone.
Oh
You're in a
no, I'm talking about
relationship.
just like initial dating. Like, oh, I just met you. I want you to take me in this place, and it's
That's a
expensive.
test. That's a
No,
test.
I'm not. No. If I like you, if I actually like you, and we're vibing or whatever, and I also would like to eat
Right.
there, I would take you. That's no problem if I want to eat there.
But I think it's a
again,
test. I think it's a
again,
test.
if there's no reason for us to go there,
Fully.
no, it would be
Yeah.
a test. But if there's no reason for us to go there, or it's like on the other end of town, this that, and the other, I'll consider it. But then be like, okay, maybe some point, but not today. You know, what I mean, I'll brush it off. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, maybe another
Yeah.
time. Oh, we can go there. In the future.
Given I'm not as nice as you. I'm not as nice as you, bro. I'd be inclined to say no, just so that for the future, like you said. But I would say no then and there and be like, you know why? Because look, I actually had plans. You could say I'd already planned the date. This is where you take initiative and say, look, I actually already planned the date where we were gonna go. I'm sure you'll like it. But now that you've given me this idea, I will keep it in the back of my mind, and yeah, we can go there at a later stage. So
For
similar
next
to
time.
you,
Yeah.
for next time. But I would
Yeah,
exercise
brush
it
it off.
as an opportunity to show my leadership capacity. To say,
Oh, yeah.
nah, I'm not gonna. Or to
It sounds
just,
like a
Yeah.
test.
it does sound like a test, bro. Like when you put
I
it like that,
mean,
it sounds like a test.
but then do you think that maybe women are actively thinking that way? Do you think that
but
that's
Nah.
always
No,
something
no,
they
no.
exercise?
They say these things in passing, like they would say like, oh, I've always wanted to go some A B C D D. That's where you lock it in your mind, and then you decide
Yes.
to one day if you're feeling generous, you take it to place A B
Man
C.
said feeling generous.
Well, right,
It's a
you're feeling-
favor. I'm doing you
gotta
a
play-
favor by taking you.
Well,
Yeah.
if you don't want to go there, she's been saying she wants to go there, then
Yeah, it's a
what
favor.
is that? What are you doing? That's a favor.
It's
You're
a
not doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it because you know the other person would like to do it. So you.
But Red Lobster, would you not like to go? I don't know.
I'm not.
So,
I don't like seafood that much, so F for that.
Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah. So just to delve back into this
Yep.
topic is based on leading now. So if
Yeah.
Yes.
when it comes to masculinity, do you think that okay, as a man, you have to take lead in all these situations?
100%.
We've discussed this in our previous podcast where our guest mentioned how he wouldn't mind if
Hey.
his partner took lead. Is that less of a masculine trait,
And that's how you get cheated on.
or
Chaos.
okay? Let's do-
Chaos.
She will lead you out of the relationship and herself into another man's pants.
Oh man.
So
Oh,
you're
my God.
you're saying, you're saying there's a distinct feature of being the person who leads that makes you the masculine person in the relationship,
Look.
or
As the guys always say, let's just harken back to like some of the greats, the Kevin Samuels, the Fresh and Fits, some of the greats, the old greats, the old heads.
the great.
Yeah, I mean the old heads,
The Brad
them guys.
Pitts.
The OGs in the scene.
About the lap them ones there. So they would say they would say something like as a guy, yeah, you want to be the one being chased. You want to be more valuable to her than you for her. You want her wanting you more than you want her, basically. You want
the
her
beginning.
doing the majority of the chasing. So
You want
that-
her in your space than you in her
Mhm.
space, like
Exactly.
in her
In the beginning.
in your
In-
bit.
you want to hold the frame and control the direction of where things go, and she will happily follow you. But if you start giving, that power away, eventually she'll start triggering you. And if you bite your tongue, she'll be like, I can walk all over this guy. And at that point, you've lost.
That's why I believe that in the beginning of the relationship, that's why you have to do the most to actually prove you can lead. Do these basic things. You know what I mean? Because in the beginning of the relationship, I feel it's a test. I literally feel like it's a test.
It is a test.
And when I was younger, bro, I was tripping and falling over the easiest ones. Like, I was there trying to be a nice guy. Like, she was like, hey, where do you want to eat? Do you want to go X, Y, Z? And I'm like, why is she asking me this question? But fine,
Wherever
she wants
you
to
are.
ask. Go ahead. Do you know what I mean? I'm eating wherever you want to eat. Where would you like to eat? You pick. No, we're not doing
I'm
that.
not trying to
anymore.
eat those shakes.
Exactly. No more. So
Ooh,
I
shit.
agree with you. We're about to delve in.
Man's out here like,
But he's getting the Soviet ready. Wait, how many times are you eating? Is it a double dip or nah? Yeah, but no, literally, like I said,
So
for us, yeah. Go ahead.
So
What were
sorry,
you gonna say?
when it comes to challenging the masculine traits, so when people define toxic masculinity, a guy who says, "No, I'm going to lead the situation, lead the conversation, lead the relationship, lead the
Yep.
family," and then people attack that, like, why can't you let the woman be your equal? Why can't you let the woman, lead as well? Like she can lead the home or she can work. Why would you want to keep her at home? That's what they define as toxic now.
no,
Or
she can lead. She can lead in things that she would be more adept. Or look, I say this: if you have more experience in me than something, I will give you the nod and be like, okay, you know more than me on this. I'm not as
Well
what do
versed.
you call it? I'm not so I don't know what the word is
you
here.
don't cover every
Hard
field
head.
or
What
something
I'm not
like
headed?
so
that.
Hard
big-headed.
headed.
I'm not so
Yeah.
big-headed
Right.
to think that I know everything and that I can lead every situation. To be a good leader, sometimes you need to know when you need to lean on members of your team's strength. You know what I mean? If I know
100%.
I can't do this thing, like good leaders understand the strengths of everyone on their team and they utilize those strengths to the maximum. So if I know I'm deficient in something and I know my woman is proficient in something, I will say, okay, babe, I know you're better than me at this. You got this. Take it away. Because I trust you. I know I've seen you do this before. You've put in better work than I have. I'll let you take it. You run away with that. That's
I'll use
You're still
a good
displaying some
example.
leadership, but
Yeah.
she also gets to shine as well.
I'll use a good example as well. Holidays. I don't know about you guys, but holidays is one where I've usually found myself in a situation where when it comes to booking and planning holidays, bro, I'm not good at that. I'm usually not good at that.
Bruh.
But my partner, or partners before have been really good at it. So I let them just basically they can plan the trip in the sense of
You
where they
get
want to
that under
go,
control.
where they want to
So do you feel
see,
like
what
that
they want to see.
challenges you? Do you feel like if you're
No,
not
I
taking
don't.
that role, that changes anything?
No, I just
Okay.
say to them, I just say
Get out
to
of
them,
control.
all I say to them is, I'm gonna plan where we're going in the evening, slash late at night. That's what I say. I
Yeah.
say you can do daytime, but I'll do evening.
You
That's it.
carry the journey.
Okay.
You carry the journey.
The journey,
So
the journey. Yeah.
yeah, I would say when it comes to me, like different to
Mm.
you, I'm micromanage everything. My mind is I need this thing to be organized. So I would take that role, but I've never seen it as a masculine trait. I've just seen it as just what I like
As
to do.
it was
You know,
exactly.
it's like
I've never
yeah.
defined it as a this is what men do. This is what women do. No, I've just seen it as
Yeah.
this
What
is
do
what I
you? What does
like.
Given think?
I agree. No, I agree with Moose in the sense that the only reason I can plan a holiday, but I don't plan holidays because for personally myself, I don't need holidays because I can just work. Like I've never, me and my family, like holidays are a thing of like I'm going to my auntie's like on the summer holidays. That's a holiday.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like me, I never went on like a holiday. Like, oh, we're going abroad. We're going to the park and the zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not.
yeah.
That's out of my mind. So for me, growing up, seeing my parents just work, 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 work. The only holiday I've been on is going to see other family members. So for
That's it.
me, holidays are not in my mind. I don't
Yeah.
think about like I need a break. I need to chill.
No,
Like
not
for
even a
me, that's
break. It's do you know what it is? It's the case of I need to when we go to X land, I need to see A B C D E F G
see,
in land. I'm like,
I can do
are
that
we
now.
not going on holiday to chill?
I'm like,
Is it not?
Not
Is it
everyone just
not to
goes to
escape?
chill. Some people like to
Yeah,
tour as
yeah, yeah.
well, bro.
So
Yeah.
so I've learned now to accept the fact that there's two aspects. There's the relaxing side, and there's the let's go see sights as well while we're there.
Socials, yeah,
Taking the culture, as they like to say, and I appreciate it now. I didn't
because
appreciate
bro,
it.
if you just want to chill, you could just go Cornwall, like, or somewhere in the
Yeah.
UK where it's nice, scenery. There's
Yeah,
the good
yeah.
hotels. You know what I mean?
But there's something. It's
I
weird,
get
but
it.
there's something about being in another country though. I don't know.
No, it's actually amazing.
Something
It's a
about
different
being away
culture.
from home.
You
Yeah,
feel
something
like
about
it's
being
a
away
new
from home.
land.
Yeah, sure. I could get a massage. I could get a massage in London, but I know I'm in London. It's different.
Yeah, but
You
getting
know what I
a
mean?
Thai massage in
But
Thailand.
getting a Thai massage or getting a shiatsu massage in Switzerland or in Bengal, whatever, where it's different. It's different. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like,
So going back to,
but yeah, but let's
sorry,
let's
going
jump back on
to
topic. Yeah.
the masculine roles in, we just delved into relationships, right? And what our roles are. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
out of three of us, we kind of get the gist, but it seems
Yep.
as if in some guys they have a different way or different dynamic where to them it's like, hey, I want to be equal with my partner. I don't see myself
50-50.
earning more or less than her. Yeah, yeah. They want to do 50-50. They want to go Dutch,
Fine.
because that's how they were brought up. They saw their parents doing that. But I heard that a lot. People say that, oh, they saw their parents sharing everything, sharing power in the house. But then when you really delve in,
No, really.
it's the male that was doing, the leading.
The sharing, the
He might
dividing.
actually, yeah, right.
He makes it
it
look
wasn't
like it.
because, yes. So it's like, for some reason, people apply it to their livelihood, but they're not actually witnessing how that was made. That couple, that pair, those parents were made.
Yeah.
So like, some people are convoluting what masculinity means. People are convoluting because they just think, oh, just being alpha, being confident, being able to chat to any girl. But can you raise a family? Can you build a business? Those are also masculine traits. Can you fight for your country or fight for your community or defend your siblings? Like all these over attributes people try and ignore and just focus on alpha, alpha, alpha. But then
But
you
I
can
feel
tell
like, do you
that
know
they're
what?
missing those traits, maybe from the upbringing, never really seeing a man in the in the household. So they just assume that this
Yes.
is what you do. You get all the girls pregnant. That's masculine. You
Wow.
you have
So you
multiple-
like you said,
can
like you
think.
said, yeah.
Well, yeah. Go on.
No, I was gonna say, like you said, it's the overdoing of what you're seeing. Do you know what I mean? It's like times 100 of what you see normally. It's very strange. Yes, getting girls, but then getting them pregnant, all of them, having like 15 baby mamas, and then stepping out. Do you know what I mean? It's the stepping out
I'm a
part,
man.
not taking care. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I will define. No. I'll actually define masculinity in the most simplest term that anyone can understand. I feel like the epitome of masculinity is responsibility. That's it. Being able to take responsibility and actually, and accept that what the responsibility that is yours, step up to the plate, understand it's big and it's great and it's going to take a lot out of you, and face it anyway, not run away from it.
Okay. So being a man, I guess you're saying being a man, being masculine is holding power, and with power comes great responsibility. So
Spider-Man said it best.
Uncle, what's his
Uncle
name?
Ben. Uncle Ben said it best.
OG, great one right there.
Right.
Pieces.
Right. The idea that I think people disconnect. They do not carry responsibility. To them, it's like, as long as you ooze of masculine traits, that's all that matters. But are you when you look at the animal kingdom, we've got the lion, the king, who's the pride of the lion, and then you've got the gorilla, you've got the gray back gorilla, the alpha male. They seem so stressed, so active, so involved in everything, trying to weigh off the potential alphas. It's a lot of work, right? So I think there's a disconnect today in society where we just associate certain things, the glamorous things, like, oh, you can get so many girls, and that's it. The grind. You grind for money to get the women, but is that it? No, you want to build something out of this. You want to build your own empire, your own home. There's longevity to being the man, the masculine role in your community. So there's a disconnect. That's what I would say.
And you know what I want to just really quickly touch on as well, like just so that the viewers feel like we're gonna add something to their lives per se. It's a case of, look, when okay, so that study that I was talking about before, that masculinity study, when they interviewed some of these men and they asked them, which values do we aspire to live up to? It's not about us being strong and, ambitious and all of this stuff. It's really basic stuff like being honest, reliable, dependable, respectable, loyal. Do you know what I mean? Inspiring. Those were the things at the top. Things at the bottom were like athletic, adventurous, fit. Do you know what I mean?
Really?
So all of the things, yeah, like the most important things were the core qualities of a good human being over looking good. They all do tie in, I get it, but the things that we aim to be were to be like, real life heroes per se, like a good dad or a good father
So
figure.
the question
is these
was,
things.
what makes people masculine? Were
No,
those
so
answers?
which values did men aspire to live up to in their daily lives? Do you know what I mean? And then what came across
So they
was
didn't-
honest, reliable, dependable, respectable, loyal. So when
They
it
didn't
comes
say,
across
yeah.
they didn't say like I want to be fit or I want to be athletic or
Yeah,
adventurous.
but
they
those are
didn't
not
say
really
any
those
of
are
those
not really
things.
values per se.
Yeah,
But some people
they were
not,
least popular.
yeah, some of those people are not smart enough to articulate that those are not values.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? So
Those are
it's
not
just
tangible values because with
exactly.
honesty
So
comes with, let's say I say I'm gonna lose weight by A, B, C, D. If you're honest
it's
and you're
following.
a
No,
man
but
of your word, you follow
remember,
through.
responsibility and accountability for what you're gonna say. Do you know what I mean? That's what I feel like it truly feels like to be masculine slash to exude masculinity, to say A and do A, to you know what I'm saying? Do what you say, and how do you say it? What's that guy saying? There's a way of, I think it's say what you do or do what you say, and then act how you act the way that you speak as well, if that makes sense. So you
See, this is
you
what I always
embody
say.
both sides.
This is what I would say, like just basically like the way you're saying it. You have to be
Yeah.
congruent with your mind,
Yeah,
your body, and what is coming out your mouth.
exactly. Don't say
Yeah.
I'm a good role model and then start doing the
You're moving
most
mad.
like
Don't do that.
yeah.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that. There has to be, and women respond most to people who are congruent in all these three things.
Yep.
If you are just congruent, like congruence goes a long way because it feels like you're not
It
hiding
does.
anything, you're not being shady,
Yeah.
you're being honest.
It's true.
And that's again, honesty is a very key thing. It gets people like hooked. Like this person is actually about what they say. They move. Not
He
even
is
necessarily-
he is
that's
who
the
he
thing.
says he is.
He is who he says he is because
Mm.
everything comes off natural. Like you say things, you do things. They see the results of what you said you were gonna do, and that
That's
just puts people at ease because they know that whenever you say "I got you," they feel like he's got me. Like this guy knows what he does. He does whatever he says he does. He gets it done, and they feel comfortable that way. So if you are really about it, it will be seen.
100%.
It will be
100%.
seen.
Another thing, so just to count on the difference between masculinity and toxic masculinity, we've already defined that toxic masculinity lacks those masculine traits that we associate with that word. So again, it's been labeled wrong,
Yep.
but we know for sure it has nothing to do with masculinity. It's based on the lack of it. And so
Yeah.
we've given examples, right? Criminality, being violent, being physical in everything you do when you shouldn't be,
It's weird
is not
as well,
masculine.
Like, acts of, if you see in the media as well, toxic masculinity
Right.
is linked to Me Too, acts of terrorism, those kind of
Right.
things. They're all
But
associated
guys,
with
check
Right.
this out. Check this out. 2 seconds. I just gotta
masculine
cut you off.
persona.
Here. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Yeah, go on, go ahead, man.
Go on.
You heard the definition of toxic masculinity, yeah? Things that are a detriment
Yeah.
to society and to men.
Mhm.
But toxic femininity
From men or to men?
to men, like two men themselves.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
things that are like toxic is things that are like that basically hinder the progression of like society and also the progression of men.
Do you know
themselves.
why? Do you know what that's hinting to? The fact that men built the society that we.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
currently-
They give you back.
That-
the
that's-
opportunity. Look at this.
That's
This
it.
is the funny thing with the toxic femininity.
Timmy's let the glasses go on, Kevin.
No, for real. Toxic femininity is when
Where's my Red Bull?
one works to the benefit of others, but to the detriment of themselves. Ain't that a bitch?
Wait,
The benefit
Wait,
of
what?
others to the
Toxic.
detriment.
Wait, toxic femininity is what? The
Really?
benefit of
It's
others.
someone working to the benefit of others, but to a detriment to themselves. So they give themselves fully to causes other than themselves.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I feel like that's a different example. That's
No,
a that's a
I'm
different
just saying, like,
direct.
look how they
Okay,
frame the different toxicities. Like,
that's too
toxic
much.
femininity
The
is
different poisons.
being toxic femininity is being overly good, overly
Okay,
submissive,
Oh, where you give too
overly
much.
let me take care of. Toxic femininity, yeah, is basically imagine the Italian grandmother who cooks for everyone first, makes sure everyone eats first, and then eats last.
But then there's not enough on the plate
that's
to eat.
that's weird.
Exactly. That toxic femininity. Someone who gives
Who is overgiven?
wholeheartedly.
Someone is a saint. Wow, someone who
Yes.
is pure.
Super
Oh,
simp.
okay.
The super simp, basically.
Oh,
No, it would be
it's
associated
crazy.
with women that are
Ooh.
they overly express these traits that
But I don't think that
almost
could be a
to
woman.
the extent.
That's what
But
I'm
I don't
saying.
think it's
Like,
just a
again,
woman.
it's
but
kind
us,
of
but
weird.
the Teresa, like women who have been in like memorized in history,
That's more positive.
They would have been considered toxically feminine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And that's
imagine
a bit
being a
off.
man. You're
So
being cussed for
bro,
being a man.
it's off because you're thinking like people being like selfless is now something like toxic. There's also a
Associated
thing,
with
bro. There's a thing called toxic positivity as well.
Yes, I agree with that. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. Toxic
so
positivity is
what we're
crazy.
getting from this is that anything masculine or it can be too masculine is bad, but when you're
Yeah.
too feminine, it's goodness. It's complete goodness. That's
Yeah,
And
what
it's
I'm
bad.
hearing now.
It's
There's a
bad
apparently
polar
also,
so bad
opposite.
'cause it's toxic. Yeah,
but it's also bad too. But too
but
much
it's
of
But
only
anything is a
bad
bad
but it's
thing.
only bad
goodness,
to the
as in
individual.
it's
Yeah.
It's not bad
to
to
you,
society.
yeah.
It's only
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
But
to
then
yeah.
the
again,
individual.
but then you're praised for being selfless. You get it?
No, but
So
think about it.
if
Yeah, but I was gonna say, think about it deeper than that. What builds a community? What forms these? Do you know what I'm saying? If it's good to everyone else but not good to you, you are also
yeah, that's
a
what makes
unit.
it toxic.
You're also a
But
unit.
it's
Yeah.
still you're still a sacrifice. So that makes you good in a
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
right?
But
So
toxic masculinity
I, of
is
course,
I am bad for
disagree.
society and I'm bad for myself. You see what I'm saying? There's a
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
I'm good for society. I'm bad for myself. I'm bad for society. I'm bad to myself. You see what I'm saying?
No, but I feel like
So
wait,
do you
when you
agree with
said a
these
detriment.
labels?
No, hold
Huh?
on, wait. You say toxic. Wait, I just want to go back to the definition of toxic masculinity real quick. You said a detriment to society and men,
And
right?
to themselves, men themselves.
Men themselves, but not women.
Yeah. Well, society,
So
including women.
yeah, including
So
and men
society is
themselves.
everyone. Yeah, and men
Yeah,
themselves.
society
So,
is as a whole, and then
yeah.
men is putting also other men. You're bringing also other men down.
Yeah,
Whereas
because you're not
women,
allowing them
whereas
to share their feelings.
to set of feelings, that's right. Whereas the other one, whereas toxic femininity is a detriment to
Just
is it-
oneself.
oh, it's just a detriment to inside, just you.
So
To yourself. You help everyone else.
so
but
guys,
yourself.
Okay. Go on,
when
Jim. Yeah.
we've explored these definitions, do you agree with either two? Do you agree in any way with the definition and the correct labeling?
I don't
No.
think that correctly labeled.
Like when we
No.
exactly when we define toxic of any of masculine or femininity, I think to in a sense is an exercise of creating another social construct that anything that is
That's
too
fair enough,
much
yeah.
of a male role or too much
Or
of
a
a female
female.
role is associated
bad.
with goodness and badness. So I'm
fair enough.
already saying that this is heresy. We're this
Again,
sort of social science of gender roles and fluidity. I think it's a mess. So we read through this, but I completely disagree with either or because we know that it's been associated with men being bad and women being good, and of
Yeah.
course that's wrong because
'Cause
anyone can be
you're supposed to come in good
dysfunctional.
faith from both sides. That's what's supposed to happen.
Right.
If you
Right,
come in good
right.
faith from both sides and accept that both genders can have something to contribute of value, now we
Right.
can sit down and talk. It's difficult when especially as a man coming to the table, you're automatically seen as bad straight away. The second you even set foot on that table, it's like,
Misogynist.
no, you're a man, so that means you agree with the patriarchy.
do you guys ever do this? Yeah.
Nah,
Quick
man.
question. Do you guys ever do this?
Misogynist.
When you're walking on the street, yeah, and there's a woman
Misogynoir.
walking on the same side as you. Sometimes I would walk on the other side just to make her feel comfortable.
We're black. That's why we
Bro,
do
that's
that as
peak.
well.
That's
Yeah,
peak.
and because we're men,
Because I don't want no one
100%. I do it.
I don't want no one clutching
And
purses next to me. I don't want no one looking at me with the side eye. I'm just like, bro.
I slow down. I just
I
slow
do
down.
it too.
Because
I
I don't
slow
wanna
Bro, I
do it.
slow down. I overtake them just so that
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going behind me.
Yeah.
We do it. We do it. We'll do it. All
Wait,
three
at
of us do
nighttime.
it.
At nighttime, right? At nighttime.
Nighttime,
Bro,
even if
nighttime.
it's daytime, man.
Daytime.
I'm
Daytime.
careful.
Because I'm listening to, I've usually got my
Bro, I
earphones
have
in.
a story for you.
I'll
guys, bro.
look distracted. I've seen her already. I'll look distracted and just take a
Just go
detour.
the other way, bruh.
Take a detour
To
real
make
quick.
her
Yeah.
feel comfortable. Yeah.
Yo, the
It's just
craziest thing happened
subconsciously.
today, yeah?
It's not even about her anymore. It's about my safety. I don't care about her really.
It's yeah,
me.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
me
yeah.
not getting. It's me
100%.
not getting labeled as ABCD.
Next
Yeah, yeah.
you're on social media. Oh my god, this
Yeah.
guy's following me. Like, oh
Exactly.
shit, no.
Bro, listen
Exactly.
to
Oh,
this, yeah?
another one. This is the most extreme, yeah. Before you go,
Go on.
McGibbon,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
elevator, the lift.
Oh yeah.
If I haven't done it before, but I've done it once where a one white girl or woman is in the lift and
You skip.
she's the only one, I might pretend, yeah, I'll skip and maybe get another elevator or take the stairs just because,
Yeah.
like,
Take the
not all the
stairs.
time. If it's late at night,
Okay.
Woo! Yeah, no.
or
For
just
hear you.
wait for the next one. Yeah, there's just
Fair
levels
enough.
to it. Like it's subconscious, but we're protecting ourselves. You're right.
It's true. That's the first thing you
Well,
think about. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
her. It's you. Because we selfish out
Yeah.
here. We trying to live without getting labeled. You know what I
Wait, so
mean?
that's-
Hashtag
Sorry,
me
yeah.
too and all that. Yeah, go
Not
on.
trying to catch heat
This
for
is
no
funny
reason.
today, man.
Go
So
on.
today, yeah, I was working my part-time job at the restaurant/bar here,
Go on.
and bruh, the craziest thing happened this morning, bruh. So the boss told us, look, you guys are gonna open at because usually sometimes they do breakfast. So they said we're gonna open at 11:30 today. So me and this other girl were opening, and then this other guy came in as well. He's of color as well. He's more like Indian descent, and I'm
Okay.
black.
Okay.
So these two old ladies come in at like 10:45, and he tells them, guys, we're opening at 11:30. Okay, the ladies are hard of hearing, and she, what is that? And he says, we're opening at 11:30, and then they go, oh no, okay, cool. So they end up saying, oh, can we just use the toilet? So they use the toilet. So these two old ladies then leave and go out. So at that point, I write up a sign because there was no sign on the door saying what time we open. Because people usually think we open at 9. So I was like, okay, let me write a sign so people understand.
Okay.
So I wrote a sign, stuck it plain on the door. We open at 11:30. About 50 minutes later, a woman comes in. Excuse me, we've been waiting outside for so long. Da 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 da. We need to be in here. Da 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 da. I've got my grandmother's outside. This, that, and the other. And she says, "You." She points at the other guy, saying, "You said you guys open at 11." And he's like, "That's a fallacy." I
That's a
said
fallacy.
nothing. No, he said, I never said that. And then, as he's saying that, I'm walking into the room to see what the commotion is. And then she sees me and instantly goes, he said it. I'm looking at her like, what? I wrote the sign on the door that says 11:30. How am I going to tell
we
you know
all
them
look the
ones.
same.
No, you know them ones where you're finding
Bro.
someone to blame. Yeah, it's one of
I'm
those.
telling you, and I'm out here. I'm looking at her like the people you're claiming, said 11, bro. They are hard of hearing, and you come in here claiming you know the truth when we are telling you it's on the door sign. Like the entitlement of some of these like women these days, bro. And obviously, because it's a workplace, I'm not gonna be like clap back or anything. But in my mind, I was like, yo. You are tripping. And she's like, you know what? We deserve to come in. We've been waiting long enough. Da 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 da. This that, and the other. I want this, and this. And we tell her we're not even doing breakfast. She's like, well, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna get coffee and scones. I'm like, we're not doing scones. She's like, bro, I'm just gonna get coffee then.
Fine.
And I'm like, rah, okay. We're gonna serve
The
you
Karen.
at 11:30, bro. Honestly, some of these people, man, and there is no consequences for these people. Like, bro,
Preach.
we were working shifts, yeah. This was Saturday, yeah, and some of the guys, yeah, they do this thing called prosecco lunch, yeah, where like
Hey,
they serve prosecco,
bottomless
to all these
Prosecco.
ladies. Bro. All women. They serve prosecco to all women, and some of these women, one of the same Indian dude, yeah, tall dude, objectively good looking, and they were saying, some of the ladies were like harassing him, like touching him, slapping him on the ass, touching his penis, bro. He told the manager, and the manager was like. Just shake it off, just shake it off. You know how it is. Just shake it
Huh?
off, shake it off, shake it
Opposite gender. Let's switch
Bro.
it.
Was this late night?
off. No, this was like broad daylight.
Brunch, bro.
Brunch.
11
Broad
a.m.
daylight, bro.
11 a.m.
Broad daylight. Like these. and
Police
one of these-
report.
Bro,
The
one of these
fuck?
other women, yeah, she was moving to this guy who had a girlfriend. And he said, oh, my girlfriend is right there. She was working same shift, and he says, "Oh no, I'm not. No, my girlfriend's right there." And then she goes, "Oh come on, I'm prettier than your girlfriend," and the girl is just right. I'm like, bro, when women get drunk, it's different, bro. This prosecco thing is mad.
Accountability.
If a girl says I'm drinking prosecco, be done with her. Be done, bro. Throw in the dustbin and be done with it, bro.
Mess.
Yo,
Mess.
the double standard. The double standard. I always say this. When the double standard suits them, it's fine. When it doesn't, or when we flip it, we gonna throw tangents. We gonna throw our toys out the pram.
So is that also what they would? Is that also what they could label as toxic masculinity? Is a woman expressing herself in a way that right? Would you label her toxic?
No, that would be toxic masculinity. 100%. We didn't have like a problem with it. Like we were just like is what it is. Ladies is drunk. Who cares?
But that's a problem too.
But, no. I know. But for us, in terms of us, we only have a problem with it because other people make it a problem on the other end. You know what I mean? They make it like such a super big deal to the point of like, I'll fucking dare you, blah, la, 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 la. But it's not meant, like, it's not fair. It is what it is. That's life. It is what it is. Things happen.
Yeah. We accept that men don't overreact, basically.
Yeah. We just take it in stride.
But question, would you report it?
He takes it in stride.
Would you report it, though?
Just for the sake of 50-50 equal partnership, I would have done it. Just to be like, ha, got you, bitch.
Not even, got you, bitch. Just so that you learn. There's consequences for
your
actions.
Professionally, I was told at my workplace that it's necessary for the man to do it too, just in case it comes back and backfires. Oh yeah, they can turn the story into it was actually you that did it. So it happened to me, for example, when I was in the hospital. I work in the mental health clinic as well. A patient, a female patient, she was in her 20s. I walked past and she grabbed my ass, and I was like, "Why did you do that?" Oh, it's, banter. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I went off like an hour later. I didn't think about it. I was like, all right, I'll let it slide. But then at that moment, I was like, "Oh, let me just tell my senior staff member. Oh yeah, by the way, Stacy touched me in my bum. I'm just letting you know." And then they looked at me, and then he called the other staff members like, "Okay, Temi was harassed. We have to write a note down." I was like, "Oh, it's not that deep." And they were like, "No, you have to write it down just in case, because especially with patients, the tables can turn and it could be you. 100. So give me the exact time it happened, where it happened, and just write down what happened and how she reacted, and then to cover my back." And then apparently the next day they actually spoke to her. You should not do that, because if it was the other way around, he could have been dealt with. So that's very. I think when it comes to professional sense, workers, we have to take prerogative, and we have to make sure we report it. I guess.
It was just in the society. And the manager, that his reaction.
Cover your back.
Fire that manager, bro. That manager needs to lesson. He's a lesson himself.
Like,
and it's good you told.
Run through it.
So for him to say it doesn't matter, you should continue to tell the manager. Always tell the senior manager the time it happened, just in case it doesn't turn around on you. So that's the only reason I would do it, to cover my back.
He pretended to go to the table, and my guy, as soon as he got like near the table, he just turned like right and just left.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck was that?
What do you mean? I would literally look.
Like he had a stern look on his face, like he's walking to the ladies. He was like, "Papa going in," and then as soon as he gets near there, he's like,
I'm actually upset,
like, bro, what's this guy doing? Okay, whatever.
I'm actually upset.
Right,
like again, if that was a member of staff in my care, and then they said someone just touched my bum. First of all, I would ask, how you feel? How do you feel right now?
I feel great.
I feel great, good, whatever. I said, look, regardless how you feel, they just harassed you. You know what I'm saying? You need to let people know this is a problem.
Yeah,
this is a pandemic as well. This is the double standard pandemic needs to end.
Yes. Pandemic within a pandemic.
100%.
Men and women. I was talking to the guy. I was talking to him today. And we were working together, and obviously there's not much of that happening today, like none of that craziness happening. And he was talking to me and saying, you know what, I haven't got none of that craziness today, man. He's like, I feel like I'm off my game today. I'm like, off your game?
Off your game?
You know what I mean? Like to him, it was just like, it was
so he was expecting more.
See, it was the mindset.
Like, no, like he didn't want to do anything with the people. He just was off. It was caught off guard. He was caught off guard by it, and he was like, wow, like his mind was opened to like
No attention.
to women on Prosecco and getting all this attention, da 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 da. And when he's
Mm.
not getting it, he was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird." Okay, whatever. He's like, "Right, I'm
Mhm.
kinda, you know,
Like
am
he
I
lost
not,
his game.
yeah, like he lost again. Like, am I not on point today?" Kind of
That's
thing. Like,
peak.
what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for men, it's like we're not thinking of it like as I just got like, oh, how dare you know what I mean? Like obviously it's like awkward in the moment, and you say
100%.
it to
Yeah.
your seniors, but apart from that, it's not like a big thing. But you
Yeah.
know, opposite gender would dwell on it, and that's rightfully so. They should. But again, that goes to show like it's not fair. Like we deal with things differently. We are completely different. So for us to be trying to put people in the same blocks, it's bro. I have seen what a normal job could do to stress to certain like women. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Whereas most men, they joke about it, they laugh about it, and they just keep going, and they just bold slowly, but slowly and surely they get bold.
That's
But they
peak.
just deal with it and go along with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people will like sometimes will break down, and I can't believe
Yeah.
that happened. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? But that's
Yeah.
just that's what it is.
Because we're thinking it. We think
Mm.
about. Look, I think about it logically when that happened. Like it was okay when. Yeah, when it happened to me. Like again, I used to work in. I used to remember back at the bar.
Yeah.
Tell me given used to hear the stories, etc.
Yeah.
Back at the bar, you'd get whatever you get touched or whatever, and in a nightclub. Oh my god. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, nightclub. You get touched. What do you do? What's your first reaction? You're just there like
Okay.
this is weird. This is
Yeah, what
odd.
is
When it should have been don't do that. Like stop it and call them out for the consequences because it's the same thing. Like I said, if
Bro,
it
next
happened
time
on the
someone tries
opposite
that,
side,
I'll
bro.
say I'll scream rape. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will scream rape.
Yeah. Okay, I won't go that far, but I will tell them
No,
what you
no,
just
no,
did.
no.
What you just did is wrong.
No. Harassment, sexual harassment.
Yeah, that's fine. But grape is not that.
Right,
I
I
won't
yeah.
will
stand that.
stand there. I will stand there and say sexual harassment.
Yeah, that I can say. That I
I
can say
will
'cause it's
stand
true.
there and they
But not
grab me.
grape.
I'm like, sexual harassment. I'm getting harassed right now.
No,
Leave the
bro,
premises.
you know this person as well. This is the
Vacate
funniest thing.
premises.
Yo,
This
you know the
put in the
person.
private chat.
I will put it in the private chat. But yeah,
Put it in
literally,
the
I
private
think
chat.
this person is currently married right now as well. That's
Oh,
what's
Lord.
killing me.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
people are married right now? No.
yeah,
They see the
yeah.
potential. I'm joking. They
It's
need to
nuts.
get married now. They need to get married now.
As they should.
They need to- as
As
they
they
Right?
as
You
they- What
You know when
can
they're
say
like,
down and down?
marrying at 23, that's wrong. That's foul.
Exactly.
You remember that
But then
girl?
you realize. But then you realize. How do we
Doing it
know?
right.
Guys,
Like,
we can wait for how many years? It doesn't
50.
matter. Bro.
50 guys. Apparently we reach our
Boy.
peak. Apparently we reach our peak. We're most happy at 50.
Yeah, like look at this. Look at bodybuilders. Yeah, when do they hit their peak, their prime? Like in the 40s. When they hit 40, that's when they hit like
Yeah.
their prime. Like 40 to 45, they're in their prime, like muscle maturity and all that stuff. And then
Yeah.
after that, it starts to decline. So in like when you hit your 40s, that's when you're really hitting your stride as a man. So
Bro, think
hey,
about it. It
Yeah.
makes sense. It doesn't make sense for you to mature in the first 20% of your life. Do you know what I mean? It really doesn't make sense because then that decline for the rest of your life is peak. Like imagine
that's
you get 20
that's-
because you get fed this lie, bro. As you grow up, you get fed this lie. Our peak times are between our 20 and 30s. That's when we peak. Apparently, lies.
yeah, no, that's
That
when
ain't
you
it.
put in the work to hit the
That's
peak at 40.
that's when that's your pre-peak, as I call it.
But dude,
That's
the
when
thing
you-
is, do you know the people who kind of promote that are themselves the ones who only peaked around their 20s or 30s. They're the ones who say, "Oh, I remember the days when I was in
the
high
ones who peaked in
school.
high school,
Oh, I remember
yeah.
the days." The ones who peaked then, that was their popular moment where they got all
Damn.
the girls or they got everything, right? And then in their 30s, 40s, they're struggling. So
Struggling.
those people
Don't
peaked
know why
then.
I love the word
but
struggling.
They are not easy.
There's nothing like a good struggle.
Struggle's good. Good struggle
Struggle
is
is
good.
good. Yeah, you should be struggling, but
struggle
between 20 and 30, so that in
That
your 30s,
grinds.
40s, yeah, so in your 30s to 50s, you're living calm. Like
Yeah.
I always tell people, like this is the setup. This is the time where me, you, Given, we're setting ourselves up so that once we hit 35, 36, 37, chill. We're blessed. We've got the wisdom. We've acquired the knowledge.
Another point to be made about age is that some
Yeah.
people actually, okay, they peaked at a younger age, 17, 18, but they don't tend to live long lives. Some people who maybe live the street life, like RIP, my friend Dylan Barnes, grew up with in school. He was a
Yeah.
popular kid. Everyone knew him. He partied in the street. He knew people, had connections. and he got all the girls. You know, he stole a girl from me. You know, but
Nah.
but
Therapy.
he was popping. But at 25, he passed away.
Oh
And I'm
no.
thinking, man, I mean, he lived a good life in high school years, but he didn't hit 30. He didn't hit, you know, we're here living and breathing now. So I really don't care for those who are peaking in their early 20s. Like, okay, that's great for you. Hopefully you survive this flipping life, this journey we live, because it's a long journey.
The marathon.
So,
I'm here
it's
for
a
you guys.
marathon. It is. Yes.
It's not a sprint. It's not a sprint. But I'm here for you guys.
And you know, it's those who sprint, those who live the high life. They're always, you know, drinking high, you know, speeding. They're gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But,
It's true.
you know,
I always say to
you live and you
people,
learn.
use this as your marker. Go, the girls in secondary school. Go back. Look at them now.
Right.
use that as your marker, guys.
My school would be the worst example. My school has the worst. I follow most of them on Instagram.
That's it. That's what I do. Same here.
That's the no comment.
Yeah,
No comment.
so I look at them and I'm
Hopefully they
like,
don't come
wow.
across.
So puberty hit us the hardest in the sense that it really did us a favor, knocked us into shape.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it did other people a disservice, which is Ted's. Yeah, but just to wrap that side up though, like speaking of future plans,
Going
and
into
stuff, I
age,
was actually,
huh? Oh, okay.
No, I was gonna ask you guys, what are your
We'll
plans
hit
for?
that,
Yeah, we'll move to that though. But I was gonna say, what are your plans for post pandemic? You know, what are you guys scheming to do in the next coming months as well? Like Temi took a
should I
deep
start?
breath. I'm like, bro.
Should I start?
Temi wants to
mean-
unload. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I think. Look, I'm 26, going on 27. Still my 20s, and I'm grinding. That's really all I'm doing right now. Grinding, working. When I'm not in school, I'm going back to work. 12 hours a day if I have to. You know, studying. Summer, I'll find weekends to hang out, you know, if it's a week or something. But I really don't have a motive in terms of like going on holidays or anything right now. My head is stuck on just making sure I got my stuff together, because the reward will come. The reward will come eventually.
Good. No, I'm glad to hear that. It's like, you know, there are so many people who are fixated on, you know, that quick gratification. No one's willing to put in the investment, the time. That's required
Right.
to, you know, reap the rewards in the future. Like, I consider this time like, you know, a case of, yes, enjoy. To be honest, I will actually I changed my opinion quite recently of whether I should be enjoying my life like early or not, or say like, you know, be a recluse now so that I can party later. But I've actually spoken
What
to someone
more
who is-
motivates you to change that? To change
I
that
spoke-
trajectory?
It's weird. I spoke to someone who's in my field. So I'm, you know, as people know, I'm in the NHS. I work as an operations manager. I manage like 2 GP surgeries. So there's a lot on my plate right now. And whenever I say this to people, or whenever I say this to people in my field who are working with me, who understand what it is to do what I'm doing, they're like, bro, you're gonna run yourself into the ground. Because as a manager in NHS, right, the work never stops. You know, and I've got energy right now, so I don't mind my weekends. I sacrifice some of my weekends. Even today, I was working, man, like, you know, planning the next week, hiring, recruitment, contracts, all of that stuff. I'm doing all of that on my ones at the moment for 2 places.
Right.
And basically, I spoke to someone he decided to become a GP at 28. So he went to school at 28, became a GP at 36. And has been a GP for the last 10 years. And he's now a partner, and he owns his own practice and everything. And he told me, Moose, I'm telling you right now, I wish that I could go back and enjoy the times when I was younger a lot more. So that meant going out on the weekends, spending time with my friends and family. And now what I'm trying to do is give more time to my family, give more time to my friends.
We're giving a both frowning like, what is he saying? That you shouldn't grind in your 20s? Is that what he's saying?
No. Grind, but have a balance. It's not... burnout is real, and wearing it as a badge of honor is not a great thing. And I can honestly say to you that I went through burnout in the last... Like, this is speaking honestly. No. I'm talking honestly. Like I went through burnout in the last week, where I know I'm doing too much, and you can feel it. Like I've got literally, look, it's gym, it's studying, it's work, 2 places. You're not working 9 to 5. You're working like I work even past that. and it's every day. It doesn't stop. And you've got your cooking to do. You've got your calculations for your macros, calories, all of that stuff. You've also got, if you have a girlfriend or if you've got a significant other, you've got that to take care of too. Saving for a house. Where does it stop? There is a lot of
Okay, hold on,
which
Moose.
will lead to
Hold on,
implosion.
Moose.
Yeah.
Hold on, Moose. Don't you
Go
think that maybe the work overload you've been on is just based on the fact that you had no access to other leisure because the pandemic has basically fixed us at home and at work and nothing else. But
I
before
was doing this before the pandemic.
Really, you think that you didn't have a good balance?
No, I didn't. I've always focused
So
on
the
career.
times
I've
you
always
went out
focused
with
on-
friends, like
I
during the
allocated
weekend,
that
I
time.
mean, you had time. So you saying you didn't have enough time?
I allocated it, and I sacrificed.
Yeah, but that's what we have to do, right?
Yeah, of course, you allocate. But what I'm saying is that the priority. He's saying, so the priority that he's saying is prioritize the time with your friends and family, your mental health, that first, over your grind. The grind will be there always. Like, you can't really get rid of that. You can always work more. You can always work more, basically. But the time with your friends and family is limited.
Hold on, Moose.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
what I'm seeing is that from our experience, like knowing you guys, I know that we know how to socialize, make new friends, spend time with family. And some people aren't used to that. Some people are introverted, and when they enter the work world, that's all they do, and they're not used to having a social life. So I feel like you already have a social life, but you've had to put in the back burner, right? So when you take advice from whoever, they might not know that you already know how to
They might not be coming at it from
make time.
The same.
They're not be coming from the
experience
Same
same.
club.
They might not be coming from the same experience. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Because
I
some
explained to
people
him my
see you.
situation.
Because I know people who look at me and tell me you've worked so much. Like, take it easy. But I'm like, I know during the weekend I'm gonna blow off some steam.
You know
So
what? No, you know
you
what? You know
know,
what? That just sounds to me like no. This is what that sounds to me like. I'm not gonna lie to you.
go on.
People don't want to see other people get beyond them or win more than they do. People don't. No, for real. No cap. No. People don't want to see people get better than they are. You know how people get bitter when you surpass them, bro?
Nah, I don't think.
Given
Okay, so I
apply
know
it
this
to
guy.
what Moose is saying, the GP guys,
the
right?
GP
No,
guy.
I
know
hear
this.
the GP guy. No, I hear the GP guy.
Yeah, I
But
was
in the
gonna
back
say
of
this
his-
guy.
In the back of his
Yeah,
head, he's probably like, "Oh, this guy wants to surpass me eventually." Now, fuck that. Let me pump the brakes on this guy. Chill with your friends and family. Relax. Oh, chill.
no,
chill.
he wasn't saying that.
The
He wasn't
grind will
saying that.
always be there. I
He
know.
wasn't saying just
I'll
chill with
bet
my
it.
friends and family. He's
Devil's
just saying
advocate.
he was just saying to take it. Like he was just saying, prioritize your. It's limited. Your family, friends, those times are limited. Your mental health is very important. And he's saying that he went through this burnout kind of phase 2, and it not put him in a bad space. But yeah, he's now single. He's not got anyone in his in his space, etc. as well.
Yeah,
So,
Moose, you said that he
regrets it.
started medical school at 28.
I think so. 27, 28. He
Yeah,
made the choice.
I mean, already that's really late in terms of what was he doing in his early 20s? Like, was he grinding,
My
doing
job.
something
He was
else?
he was doing my job. Operations.
All right, so he was already a workaholic at a certain point, but then he started things a bit later on, right? I don't know, his dynamic might be unique, but I feel like compared to you will be able to find that balance easily when things get assorted. You know what I mean? So some people,
100%.
I've heard it at work, like in the mental health hospital I work in. People telling me I'm overdoing it, I'm taking extra shifts, but I'm just looking at them like, you're still here at 40.
Like,
they're not like GPs,
we're not
but they're
we're
like
not trying to leave. We're not trying to do that.
right. But they live life. They know that they save up enough to go on holiday at the end of the year. Every year or every 6 months, they go abroad. They spray their money. They spend it on their family, and that's their life. But then for someone who is like eager to be a six-figure earner, be at the top 10%. They're speaking a different language. They're the ones who
100%.
work 60 hours a day. They're the
about
ones who know that, they can have fun, but right
about
now
it.
they want to grind. Yeah, they can make that balance.
Oh, bear in
So,
mind, this guy is a six-figure. This guy is a six-figure guy.
I would say I
yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah. How did
I
he
could
get
tell
there?
he is.
That's the nonsense. That's the nonsense these people be saying. No. Listen, what he did to get to where he is, he's telling you not to do that. That's nonsense.
No, he's just telling me the regret that he
that's
had.
nonsense. Well,
Did he enjoy his early 20s though?
Do you want to be six figure?
Yeah.
Or do you want to enjoy
He
your
said
20s?
he said to me, he goes to me, look,
this
he
guy
knows
is
already that I will get that. He knows that.
I've
But
got
he
another
said-
example. One sec
Yeah.
before you
Get that
drop it, Miss.
45?
Just like what Given said, yeah.
He's 45, yeah. 40, well, around
When
between
I was
45 and 50.
when I was working in a hospital, and I told my junior doctor that, oh, I'm hoping to get into med school. I'm hoping to, I'm applying for the UK CAT and all the exams. Just like, oh, she told me it's hard, man. You don't have to do it. It's too much work. You can pursue something else. Like, I'm just looking at her like, okay, I'll take that at hand. Yeah, I'm thinking you're the doctor, and I'm telling you I'm pursuing this career, and you're saying it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Of
She's
course,
coming
I
from
know
a
it's
place
hard
of hurt. She's coming from a place of hurt.
because from her experience, it probably was tough. Maybe she was forced into it, or like as a kid, like you straight from high school, you go into medicine, and you're telling me it's hard, it's hard. I know it's hard. I know that's why I'm pursuing it. Like I know the grind. So already I know.
The suitcase of being forced in. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Kidding, that's it.
Some people,
better get in here.
some people in this course, they don't look like them. They want to be here. Trust. So
Mad.
So we had different dynamics. Someone lives a different life. They might consider it like they've made so many sacrifices. They didn't have enough fun because they probably didn't. They just didn't know how to. Maybe they weren't social enough, or they just didn't enjoy the progress.
But
climbing
you've seen me.
that they needed to do.
You've seen.
And
You guys know
I've
me.
seen you, Miss. Yeah.
You guys
yeah.
know me. When I have
Yeah.
fun, I have fun. Like, I will
Yeah.
make sure we make it a big event, and I dedicate the time to it. It's fine. Like this is something that I.
So, Given, would you say that Moose doesn't have enough fun?
What are you talking about?
He's like, yo, it's Friday.
Look, I hear what you're saying about burnout.
Yes.
I hear what you're saying.
Yes,
'cause
I heard that too.
On my YouTube channel as well, where I'm like, bro, sometimes it's like, bro, I don't want to make videos.
It's
bro.
overkill.
No, burnout is worse than that. Burnout is
Look,
worse than that.
I'm thinking out here like I've got to go to work, I've got to come back, I've got to go gym, go to work, come back, plan my videos, shoot my videos, edit my videos, upload my videos, and it's like, this is long, this is, and then you have to write.
Do you know what helps?
Research, do my Python stuff, do my accounting stuff. I'm like, bro, it's not time of the day, bro. But at a certain point, you have to think. You have to think, bro. What do you want? Do you want to be a provider top 10 by the time you're 35 to 40 or 35 to 45? Or do you want to be, chilling now
average
and then maybe make it at 50 to 55? Bro, I'm trying to retire by 50 to 55. I'm trying to be done by then. I'm not trying to touch nothing. I'm trying to live off residual by then. So if people who are making good money when they're 45 are telling me don't grind so hard, I'm like, no, you got here because you grinded.
That's your
so
journey.
Hard. That's
It's true. It's true.
And what do
There's
they
a
say?
GP.
What do they say? What do they tell you? They say if you want to be successful like successful people, do what they do. Look at their life. Look what they did. Do exactly what they did. Almost all successful people you hear, I no life it. I basically said, F all the other stuff around me. I'm going to focus on this and try and be the best I can be and do the most I can. And that's how they succeed. Even the guy who I work for here, how he built up his restaurant. My guy he moved to this country. He's from Albania. He moved to this country when he was like, in his mid-20s. And he worked as a dishwasher for 5 years, saved up enough to buy a small shitty lot to wash cars on. Bought like one nozzle, started washing cars by himself and his wife. Washing cars. You did that business while working at the dishwasher on and off. He did it for a little bit, raised again after another 5 years, raised enough money to buy a second car wash. Employed some people, and then within a year, he bought another one. Within another year, he bought 2 more. Within another year, he bought 3 more. Now he's got 14 car washes. He's now got a restaurant.
Wow.
Bro, and this guy now, he's 49. And he made most of his wealth when he was like 45. So you see what I'm saying? He
reached
grinded.
that
He put in the prerequisites.
He grinded for he said he went seven years where he worked every day in some form or fashion. Every day. Whether it was on his car wash or working dishwasher, pottery, he did it. And now my guy has got, he bought himself a 50, the first house he got was 50,000. Second house he got was 100,000. Third house he got was 250,000. Now he's
Real
looking to
estate
build
now,
himself.
shit.
Now he's looking to build himself a 400,000 pound house. Man's eating, and he
From a
said, "Look,
dishwasher.
from a dishwasher," and he
That's
said,
mad.
"Look, from another country as well." And he said, "Look, dude, I just applied myself, found something I know I could do, and I know people need things done, like a car wash. People need their cars washed. Same with like a barber. People need a haircut. You know, if you want to go into these areas, you can build businesses off these, but all you people don't think about monopolizing those businesses, whereas he did. And that's where he found his success. Like, it's not that hard to be successful. You just have to put in the time, and he did. And for someone like him to come tell me, like, I worked 7 years nonstop, and look where I am now with all this money, my big house. But don't do that. Rest, enjoy yourself. In
Enjoy
between.
yourself. Because some
No,
people
it
might
doesn't make sense.
some
I
people
feel
say
like
that
you
may
guys
come
got it
with
wrong.
good. No,
Yeah.
no. We get it. Some people may come across as they're just trying to say, make sure you have a good balance, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because in his mind, he's seen from the outside that Moose at his age is already grinding. But essentially, you have a plan. Some people
Yeah.
think that people just work just for the sake of working a 9 to 5. But when you have a plan, your grind is more efficient. Your grind makes sense.
It's for a reason.
So
There's an outcome.
yeah. And because we know you will eventually find the time to enjoy yourself. But this is what validates it for me. When I started listening to people like Kevin Samuels, when he mentioned normalizing 60-hour week shifts, like normalizing, okay, if you have a job and it reaches a certain number of hours, try and add something else. Have a part-time job here and there. In your early 20s, grind. Make that the experience you need to build yourself, because you're not at your peak yet. So use this time to just destroy yourself, right? Why did they say that? He's in the position he is in because he did that. And he's enjoying, he's eating. So when people say, "Oh, relax and try and find," they don't know the direction you're going to say that, because a lot
Yeah.
of people just
Obviously,
live
they
to
don't
work.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not just living to work though. We're
We
living
we
to
want to enjoy the back end of life. That's the point. Because most people plan for the short term. They don't plan for the long term. Like, most people actually don't have a plan for their retirement. Like, I was talking to a girl, yeah, and I was talking to her about her saying, I don't want to get married, I don't have kids. And I told her, think about yourself in 50 years from now. You're 70, you're in a nursing home, you're alone, no kids, no husband, no one to come because you're only child, no one to come say hello to you, no one to come visit you. What are you gonna do then? How lonely are you gonna be? How depressed are you gonna be? You're gonna want that to be over. You're not thinking about that. You're only thinking about now. People don't think about in that
majority of people
short-sighted.
don't think ahead.
Mad short-sighted. It's crazy.
Bro, I'm saying, think about, like,
Your
for
current
me,
situation will not be your situation forever.
Yeah,
That's what
for
people
me,
need to
I know
understand.
that if I work for 3 months, yeah, if I work for 3 months and then I take like a week break, I'm good. So now I've planned myself where I work for 3 months and then take a week break, and then work for 3 months, take a week break, work for 3 months, take a week break, because that's the balance that works for me. So find something that a balance where you don't get burnout. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People
That's
people
it.
don't have a balance, or you do like the what do you call it? The push pull, where you do 1 week you do heavily set on one thing, the next week you do heavily set on another thing. 1 week is more focused on fitness, the other week is more focused on your work. You see what I'm saying? But now you're enjoying different aspects of your grinds. So you're kind of push-pulling, but you're still proceeding at the same extent as you would working side to side. You see what I'm saying? But it's not as dragging. It's not dragging on you. Like, for me, what I'm doing is 1 week I'm doing mostly Python. The next week I'm doing mostly like all the other like data management, data cells, looking at like ETLs, all the other stuff that's related to like, data management, data handling. Like, I look at the other stuff. 1 week I do the code coding, 1 week I do the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then in the week I'm doing the other stuff, I do my YouTube videos. And I just spend 1 day where I record all my YouTube videos because it gets me fresh again. I'm like, oh, I'm recording videos. I'm da-da-da-da-da.
It's a change. It's a change in environment.
You switch it up. You have multiple hustles and you switch up the intensity of each hustle. And that way you're still progressing and you get to your goals nonetheless, but it won't feel as stale, or you won't feel more like burnt out. If you have the same schedule, like every day, the same thing over and over again, you will get burnt out. But if it changes the degree of things, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Just plan for it and see how you best work. That's what I do anyway. And it's been working for me, so I just stick to that shit. And allow someone telling me to,
Yeah.
to relax and enjoy. I enjoy my
Do
time.
you know how
I
many
feel-
times people have told me that?
Yeah,
Man,
man.
trust me.
Even the people I work for in East London, they were like, "Yo, Moose, you're doing too much," and I was like, "I don't have a choice. What
you
would
want
you
me
have
to
me
know.
do then?"
You
No,
want me
no.
to
I
be
was like,
basic
"What do you?"
like you?
I was like, "No, not
Oh,
basically like them.
no.
No, no. Bear in mind, no. These are 70-year-olds.
Some people are successful.
They
Oh,
have
okay.
their GP practices. They're making their six figures. They're fine. So I'm like, wait, I don't have a choice except to work this hard. What do you mean? I was like, where, I'm 20, I'm young. This is the time where I'm supposed to be putting in the most work. The reason why I said to you guys I got burnt out is because I was doing too much. I was trying to do too much in a compact short space of time.
Oh yeah.
So I've longed it out. Like I've assessed what I need to do, and kind of given myself a bigger time frame and not putting myself under so much pressure in order to get things done. Because a lot of burnout comes from inside. It's not external pressures. It's internal. And then once you realize that, then you can move accordingly. So that's what I've decided to do now, in the sense of I still work as hard. I still work on weekends occasionally here and there, but it's at my own time. I'll take a break in between, watch a movie. I will play League or whatever, visit Burms here and there, travel north or whatever, go see my sister, whatever it might be. But you make time for all these things so that you're not leaving out your family, you're not leaving out your friends. You plan all these things accordingly. So again, that's what I feel like it takes, and people don't
Time
understand that it's
management
possible.
will get there.
Yeah, people don't get it. People
Yeah.
don't understand that it's possible to enjoy every aspect and live the best of both worlds.
Oh,
Because remember,
definitely, yeah.
what people see on social media is what you choose for them to see. So it looks like you're grinding 24/7, but they don't see your dime time. They don't see
Yeah.
you when you're chilling, relaxing
Yeah.
in that 2 hour period that allows you to go the rest of the day working like a slave. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
that was my
Yeah.
take. In terms of summer and what I'm scheming to do is you guys already know the boat party is coming at some point. So I gotta plan that out. I've just got to make sure everyone's schedule's got to marry up. I've got the group chat ready.
Yeah.
You guys missed part 1, but don't worry, that was the pre. This one's gonna be even madder. So there's gonna be a lot of people
Okay.
there. I'm gonna get you guys to come through. We got a video. of
Sounds
that too,
good,
by the
man.
way. Yeah, we got a video of that too.
Your vlog. Yeah, so your side thing, yeah. I didn't. Ayub is doing a podcast as well.
I know.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
spoke. I said it on the Instagram. I saw
Yeah,
his on the
he messaged
story.
me.
I heard it.
No, it's out.
Oh, I don't know if it's out. I don't
No,
know.
he told me they were talking about random topics though, and they were just chatting shit.
Oh no, they were talking about. Yeah, they told me they're talking about like the Palestine
Random stuff.
and they're just yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna
Football,
talk about
okay.
topics. So this is where me and Temi were saying, ours is gonna be we're kind of geared towards.
Okay, so
one.
we have like a goal.
we have a
oriented-
set audience. We know where we're going. That's
Yeah,
what.
right.
And our message
Right.
is clear. Yeah, but swiftly moving on though, just so that unless anyone wants to add anything in real
Real
quick,
quick,
before
just on a
drop
side
the
note, I just
knocks
want to see if anyone's on this. If anyone's on this real quick.
Go on.
Are you guys gonna? Because tomorrow morning I'm gonna watch it. But are you guys gonna see the highlights for the Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather?
What time? Time and I'm there.
I don't know what
Yes,
time
I
it is.
can't
but
wait.
I want
I can't
to
wait.
see the highlights in the morning. When
I
wake
swear
up.
they rescheduled.
No, the fight.
Wasn't
today.
they rescheduled?
Wasn't it to be Saturday?
No, surely the fight.
Wasn't it
today.
supposed to be yesterday? Was it today or yesterday?
I heard they rescheduled it. Logan and Mayweather.
Because wasn't it yesterday? Saturday? I thought it was yesterday. I mean, it was supposed to be yesterday. And when I didn't hear
Yeah.
No,
Tuesday.
they're just doing headlines. Yeah.
Today, yeah, it's today.
Okay, so I thought they were gonna push it a month later.
4 a.m.
But
UK
okay,
time.
that's
4 a.m.
interesting.
UK time. 4 a.m. UK time. So 4 a.m. I'll be what? Maybe 6. I'll probably wake up at 6 a.m.
I'll be up. I'll be up.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
I'll
6
be
a.m.?
studying. I've got
Today, 6 a.m. today.
assessment.
Well, yeah, it's coming 6 a.m. coming.
I'll be up by 5:30. So
So Monday 6 a.m. Yeah. I'm just
Bro,
gonna
I
see
might
the,
be-
the highlights. Just see the highlights.
I might be asleep.
Because
Yeah,
bro,
because
I wanna
after this,
see-
I'm working. I'm working after this as well. Fuck. Okay.
I'll see highlights when it ends.
Y'all gonna have to post that in the group chat for me. Because
Well, wait. Give it. Do you think there's a possibility Logan could win? Is that what you're
there's always-
contemplating
there's
right now?
always a situation for anyone to
There's
win,
always
but
a
I'm just
small
saying,
chance.
I just want to see how bad the
Hey!
defeat is. I want to see how bad the defeat is.
there's
That's what
always
I-
a small.
Yeah,
There's always a
it's-
small chance.
It's
always
just
a better chance
disrespectul
to
to me.
Yeah.
What do you mean
It's just
disrespect?
disrespectful. Just the fact that Mayweather, like the professional, the
Oh yeah.
heavy lightweight champion, reigned for
Yeah.
nearly a decade now. and
Yeah,
this,
he's 50 and 0.
YouTube sensation.
50.
This is essentially entertainment. All right,
Oh,
this is meant to be
definitely, yeah.
They're doing it
entertainment.
for the money. They're doing it for money, 100%.
He has
Yeah,
no
but
chance.
realistically, Logan has trained,
He has
and
no chance.
he has this momentum that's completely special and different. So I don't
Bro,
know what this
have you
could look
seen
like.
the
I don't
odds?
think they're in the same when
He
it
has
comes
the
to
They're not in the
weight.
same weight class.
I don't.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm
Logan
thinking,
is
is this
way
even
heavier.
He's
correct?
three weight classes above Mayweather.
And
That's
Mayweather
m-
thinks he could take him. I think, yeah, you've got the skill for it, but this has never really been done before. Like in terms
One
of
punch
outclassing
from
someone.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Yeah, one punch from Logan. If it connects,
yeah.
it could actually knock him out
If
fully.
you think about the Conor fight, yeah, Conor was maybe I think one or two weight classes above him. So Conor wasn't even as big as what do you call it? This kid. So this kid is way
Mayweather.
bigger
Logan.
than Conor.
Oh,
Yeah,
Logan.
yeah. Logan is
But he's
way
not
bigger
as
than
skilled.
Conor.
Not as skilled a
Yeah,
fighter though.
he's not as skilled as fighter, but again, Conor as like he was good, but he wasn't like a boxing guy. You know what I mean? So his boxing
Yeah.
wasn't like the best. So in
Yeah.
terms of like Logan Paul has dedicated like 2 years or 3-4 years to boxing at this point.
Oh,
he's been
swear.
with KSI. Because he's been.
I mean, he's lost to KSI, so I'm thinking
I know.
I can't take this.
Yeah, but when was that? When was
No, I
that?
know I can't take it seriously. I think KSI was
2017?
like 2017. Yeah. So he's been
18,
training
19,
boxing.
20. 4 years.
That's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
you can do a lot. You can do a lot in 4 years.
So he's been training boxing consistently.
But he
And
lost.
Look at his brother. His brother's been sparking people. But obviously
yeah.
he's been picking and choosing his opponents. But he's been sparking people.
Well,
And his brother's now fighting Tyrone Woodley. He was like the former.
He's an American guy.
Yeah, he's a former welterweight champion of the world.
I remember
UFC.
him.
Yeah, 4-time champion.
I think he was meant to
And,
face AJ.
It's gonna be crazy. If he
This
beats
is it.
him, he could definitely call out Conor, and they should set up that fight. And I'd love to see that.
but
shit.
this is the thing though.
These kids are
It's
smart, man.
weird. They have access to world class trainers as well, right? That's what you understand.
Yeah.
That's what you got to understand. They're not getting trained by any lackeys out here. No.
Yeah.
They've gone and sought help from the most elite in the sport as well. Yes, it's 4 years. Yes, they haven't got the experience of fighting, but they've got the tech. Like
Yeah.
they've got the how do you say?
They've got
They got the theory.
the-
They got the theory
yeah, the
to
theory.
apply. Yeah, and let's face it, Mayweather he's getting old, man.
He's gonna win. He's gonna win. Yeah.
He's getting old, but he's still.
You know
but
what
you
50
can't.
Cent said,
He's
yeah?
still
I
getting-
was listening to
yeah.
like interviews, yeah, and 50 Cent back in the day when they broke up from being friends, yeah, he said Floyd
He couldn't spell.
He said Floyd will always keep fighting. You know why? Because he spends too much money. And since he spends too much money and he always keep fighting, one day he's gonna be too old and too slow for a young kid, and he's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
And that's
is
how that's
Logan.
50 has a point,
Yeah, is Logan.
Bro.
But is Logan.
but I don't
is
think it will be
Logan-
Logan.
Is Logan that guy?
I don't know who it would be, but I'm just we'll see how it goes.
The
But
odds,
I-
are you
If it
guys
does
willing to put money
though.
on it? Are you guys
I
willing
don't
to put money on it?
No.
The odds
you-
are
But
But if
120
it
to 1.
does,
Well, that's
Actually,
a lot.
but-
If you put 10 pounds on that, it's 10
the
times
odds are
120.
different. You know the odds are different each way.
Yeah, it's 20 to 1 for Mayweather.
Yeah, but then if you pick what do you call it? If
Logan.
you pick what's his name? Logan, it's
Logan.
14 to 1. Or 1
No,
to
isn't it 120? It's 120 to 1, isn't it?
Is
If you're using bet.com. Yeah, bet.com was
120?
showing me 120 to 1 yesterday.
it
Yeah.
actually mad?
I was tempted to put like 100 pounds on it and be like,
I'll put the pound.
"Whee!"
that's
120
stressful,
to-
man.
I'll
Yeah,
put
yeah,
the
yeah.
pound.
No, just
I
put
would
100 on
10
both.
pounds.
Put 100 on
10
both.
Whatever.
100 on both. It's fine.
But if you lose, if Floyd Mayweather wins, you only win like 1p.
Yeah.
That's not shit. For you to get back, for you to win like 100 pounds on, you need to bet like 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Fully.
So like
Fully.
you probably get like a pound if you probably get like 10 pounds if you bet 100 and win. So
Yeah.
you get back your money and 10
You
pounds. I'm
lose.
like,
You lose, and they charge you a betting fee. It's mad.
you lose your money.
So
and
imagine you put down 100, you get that £10 back. Then they're like, no, we need to take £5 of that.
Yeesh.
You just,
Yeah, that's
I just
crazy.
lost £95. Nah, just invest in crypto, guys. That's what I'm saying.
That's deep.
Real talk.
Nah, that's deep.
Oh yeah,
But
actually no, that's what I'm doing this summer as well. Crypto, a lot of crypto. Fucking
Yeah,
research.
me too. Honestly. Oh.
I'm expanding real quick
Yo,
because I
when
literally.
the
Good.
next bull market hits, I'm not trying to miss that train.
What do you mean the next, bro? I'm buying coins now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
buying
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
while
yeah.
I'm buying
Bro,
now while the market is
Well,
trepidatious.
while people are crying and screaming that they've lost their life savings.
you see the video of that guy.
That
who was
dude-
on-
Those coins, yeah.
that guy, basically, there was a dude.
Wasn't
who
that
invested, like,
25k?
100,000.
Oh shit. Oh
And
shit.
he lost like half. Like,
You know, it
gone.
looks like
'Cause
75%.
honestly, no, it was a 40. Was it not a 45% drop in his P? Imagine
Bruh, that's crazy.
someone
That's
robbed
crazy.
you. Elon Musk
Yo,
robbed you,
Elon is a troll, man. Elon is a
bro.
troll.
Have you seen
He did
Cumrocket?
that.
What he did to that? Have you seen what he did to Cumrocket?
No, what did you
But
do?
there's a coin called Cumrocket, right? Which is
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
to do
yeah.
with
Didn't he make that
NFTs
trend
and
as
sexual.
well?
Yeah, there's a sexual. It's basically a
Oh,
coin to do with
yeah, what is it?
It's the 18 plus coin. He posted a series of emojis, like explicit emojis, hinting to Cumrocket. The
Yeah.
price of Cumrocket goes up by 400%. So I'm just here like, bruh, this guy's really manipulating markets.
He's
It's
playing
just
the devil
emojis.
right now.
He is.
He's playing God.
Fully, honestly.
Yeah, they're my
But
captain,
no,
man.
like I always say to people right now, I'm like, yo, crypto's the future. If you don't believe me, yo, I made a big mistake in 2017. I was actually holding £1,000 worth of Ethereum. If I had kept it today, oh my days, bro, it would be worth £6,000. I'm so done.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
beat
done.
it.
Well, 6,000 is not that much, but still, it's still 6,000.
Bro,
It's
that's
still
more than
5,000 I never had.
Bro,
Yeah.
that could have been money staying in the bank.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
man,
I'm telling people, when people are saying no, it's a fad, I'm like, look, when centralized banks are taking it up and adding it to their portfolio, when
Apple just did it as well.
Look,
Apple's doing it as well.
32 out of 100, I think it's 32 out of 100 global banks have added Bitcoin to their balance sheets. Do you think that number's going up or down? Realistically, it's not going to go down. So
And
your
bro,
best
they're
bet,
taking
buy some.
money out of the banks as well because of this decentralized finance and the fact
Yes.
that you don't have to go through the middleman to transfer money and pay banking fees to transfer money.
It's
The
nuts.
banks are sweating, so they're thinking, you know what? Let's implement these things because we want a piece
Yeah.
of this pie too. And
Bro, think about it. Yo, have you seen so I don't know about if you guys have a stocks and shares account or an ISA or anything like that.
yeah.
And basically you can buy ETFs, right? And there's now they're basically working on a cryptocurrency ETF, which fluctuates with the market of the ETF. So your
I
S&P
read about
500,
that article. So you're saying that
Yeah.
national banks are getting involved in sort of
they're
electronic.
getting exactly.
But apparently, it's still on a loose end. They're trying to catch up with what crypto has sort of made in the
course.
economy. But
Of course they're trying to catch up. They're always trying to
yeah,
catch up.
crypto is still on its own league. Yeah, so
It's
definitely
and think about it. It's
something
in
to
its
look
own
into.
league, and it's in its infancy. We're just at the beginning. People, this is it, bro. This is what I'm saying to you. They did a survey in America where it was about, I think it was 80. There was like 80% of people are interested and know what crypto is. Only 20% of those people are actually in the market though. So most people are watching, and I'm
Yeah.
like, bruh, what are you waiting for? This is what
Just
happens.
watching
This is
money.
watching.
Well,
They're
wait
watching-
for
they're
I need
watching
money.
They're watching. No, even bro, even £50 can skyrocket 400% in the crypto market. So it's just like £50 you're willing to lose. Of course, we're not trying to.
That's
this
what
isn't
I'm saying. I'm not willing
This is
to
not
lose.
financial advice. This is not financial advice. I'm
Right.
not telling people to put their life savings in it, but
No, because if you look
definitely have
now,
a portfolio.
if you look at the
So I'm the
monthly-
60%.
No, if
You're
you look at the
watching.
monthly trends, especially for like Ethereum, it's
Yeah.
having like higher lows than it's been having since Elon did the whole thing and just tanked the whole thing. Like, bro, like it's kind of slowly coming back up. And you want to be on the trend when someone says Ethereum is the next or Bitcoin is the next and then that shoots all the way up.
Yeah, you
bro.
want to be holding. You want to be holding something,
You
at
wanna be
least
holding.
something. Yeah, but this is you know what I'll tell people. A little secret that I've been learning from when watching a few YouTube videos and self-teaching as well. What you want to look for is the amount of addresses being held. Is that going up or down? Forget about the current price because the price fluctuates. All the time. What you want to be looking at is how many people are holding the coin, like addresses.
buying and
How many addresses are held, and how many people are buying and selling it off at the time you're also looking at. Now we've seen there's always a correction every time. When you see Bitcoin go up to 60,000, it always corrects itself back down to like 20. In what the previous correction, it went down like 80%. This correction has gone down 60%. So which means another bull run is coming. You might as well
And
get
then-
ready. It
That's
doesn't
what
matter
I'm
where
saying.
you buy.
might as well prime, you
You
might as well
can buy
prime
now.
yourself
It doesn't
now.
matter if just don't look at it now. Close your eyes when you buy it now.
People
and
who
just
are
wait for the next
short-sighted,
one.
again, this short-sightedness. People who are
It's killing
short-sighted.
psychology.
Yo,
they
get some
lose.
glasses, man.
They lose
Get some
because
glasses.
Look. This is the thing. when you're looking at the coins, like you feel it too. You feel it. Moose, you can admit you feel it as well. When you look at the money and you see it going down, yeah.
Safe moon, safe moon, safe moon has killed me, bro. Safe moon, yo, my portfolio was in half. I was dying. I was this close to pulling out, so close, but I had to resist because I know the future of safe moon. Remember that day I told you? Basically, tell me this is what happened. We invested I invested £200 in Safe Moon, right? And I think there was not a correction, but there was a whale sold like 6 billion, like 6 billion worth of the coin, and the coin plummeted to like half its value, and that took my P to like 100 straight, and I was there like.
Even when Elon Musk hit that, all coins, all like crypto just went down.
Except Cardano. Cardano was stable.
Cardano and Polygon was stable.
I tell people buy Cardano,
Matic.
man. Cardano is a future.
Yeah. Polygon and like Matic and Cardano, that's the ones that I
Temmy's like taking notes, bro. Temmy's like, yeah.
Guys, I feel like since if we look back, I don't know if you remember this, it was like 2016, 2017. I was gassed about crypto. I was like, I guess one of the few, when some people were talking about it.
We were on it.
Bro.
What happened? What was your message?
Back then, and I'm fuming that I didn't put down money when I wanted to. I was looking at Bitcoin when it was on, I think 900 pounds, 900? Like less than that. Yeah, 900. I remember when it was 900. Do you know who convinced me to look into crypto?
Go on.
A guy in the mental health hospital. He was a banker in his past life.
You told me about this,
spoke about.
bro. You called me.
You remember?
We spoke. Yes, and that's what made me buy Ethereum.
So can you imagine my mentality now is that okay, I had to save up for med school, right? My focus was med school from then. But if I said maybe give it another year, just carry on working, that period would have been all about business, all about trading. I would have pursued that. I wish I 100. Did, but I'm not going to look back. I'm not, I've done the deed.
We can't do that. Life is
this was my journey.
This is the choice you made. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I had to invest in school, and
FOMO.
It's worth it.
Don't worry about FOMO. You good. You early. You have us.
Bro, when you guys talk, anytime you guys talk about crypto, I'm fuming because I'm just like, I was there.
There's an article with Matic, Polygon's Matic. It says token may end up 120% up despite Bitcoin's like constant fluctuations and crashes.
Yeah, forget Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the marker, but all the other coins do operate
but then
on their
own. For the last 3-4 years, it was the king of all.
Yeah, but Ethereum
was blessed.
Ethereum is taking over though, and again, like I said, I speculate Ethereum is going to go 27,000. I'm telling you now. You've heard it on this podcast today. I'm telling you, 27,000.
So with the other cryptos, do they also have a finite limit in terms of like the amount of crypto being mined? Like Bitcoin is going to end around 2040. Some that don't, some that do. So I'm guessing people will focus on those.
Dogecoin doesn't have a limit.
Some coins self-generate. Some coins self-generate, whereas others they actually burn them. Like every time you spend Ethereum, like what they've done is what they're going to implement in the next couple months, I think with Ethereum is that every time you spend Ethereum, or every time it burns a bit of it, which means it's going to get more and more valuable as you spend it. There's less and less of it on the market.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to read into.
Yeah, and with Safecoin, what they're doing, I think, Given, correct me if I'm wrong here. With Safecoin, what they're going to do is they're actually going to convert it into another coin later on. So if you're holding, let's say you're holding 70 pounds of Safecoin and it becomes another coin, they're going to do a ratio swap because it's unrealistic for me to be holding 25 million of a coin. And there's no like intrinsic value.
You want to be able to exchange it with other cryptos,
it's worth £100, but I'm holding like 25 million of it. So in order to make it more valuable, they will look to convert it. They did it with a crypto coin. Or is it? I think it's crypto.com coin or something. If you know about the app, that's the app that allows you to have that Visa card where you can actually spend your crypto.
Yeah.
Like as if it's real money. So if you have Bitcoin, you can spend it with real money, which is actually sick. Again, BlockFi does this as well, I think.
Yeah, so, true. Like, you were saying. I remember last time you messaged me about what was it? When you add your funds to the liquidity pool. And then you
you get interest, bro. That's what I'm doing.
The lady who was doing that, she's making like 5,000 residual.
What?
£5,000, but she has a lot of money. She has
Oh
like
yeah, she would have
like
about
4 different accounts.
300,000.
She has four
She
different
must have
accounts.
300,000. Yeah,
She has 4 different accounts, and she probably has about 250,000 in the
that's
different
mad.
accounts, and she makes
Five thousand.
about £5,000 residual every month, and that's just free money,
It is literally
like
they pay you
free
in the
money,
coin.
bro.
Yeah, but the only thing is they pay you in that coin. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like as long as that coin continues to go up in value, you're
hmm
basically gonna make P.
yeah.
Or as but you have to put it down as stake. So you've got to
You have to
like
stake it,
with
yeah.
yeah with crypto.com coin for example, you have to buy a £3,000 worth. But with
hmm
it, you get free Spotify, free
hmm
Netflix.
hmm
That's their incentive to buy. It's
I
crazy.
wish I listened to the crazy guy, man. I wish I listened.
Bro, I did listen to him.
It was
I made
crazy,
I
but I
made the
listened to
mistake.
him. I
I
actually
made the
listened to
mistake.
him.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my
you told
gosh.
me, bro, what he was saying was too real.
I
Like,
told you I was gassed then. I even
yeah.
told my parents. I told we have to go into trading. We have to look into crypto as
Yes.
well. I was like,
I
we can
started
invest,
it.
and
I think it
my
was you
mind
inspired me, you know.
went somewhere else.
Yeah, no, you
I'm
inspired
glad.
me.
And I remember when I said focus, watch SpaceX. Let's focus on
Yeah,
Elon
yeah.
Musk. I
Tesla,
don't think
Tesla.
you remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Tesla.
was like, focus on that. And that was before all of this
It
blew up,
blew up.
man.
Bro, remember that pharma company you told me to watch as well? There was a pharma company we were looking at, me
Yes,
and you.
yes. I'm telling
It
you,
went
look at pharma,
this
look at the pandemic.
yeah,
I
bro,
swear I'm
this
a
bro.
prophet. I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet.
The second the company went over $1, I was there like Temmy's right. Temmy's right. Temmy's right.
Oh
Temmy's
my
right. Because
gosh.
remember, the company was chilling on zero point 0.1 or it was like 10
Yeah, it was
cents
nothing.
per
Mm.
stock. Bro, it
Bro,
hit over a
don't give
dollar.
me,
I
you
was
didn't
dying.
hear it.
I was
We were
dying. Yo,
discussing this back in 2017. I was like, okay, we can look at crypto or we can focus on SpaceX because I think Elon
yeah.
Musk is
That's
about to
it,
do a
SpaceX.
business.
Yeah, he was
Bro,
about
this
to
was
do a madness.
before, and then I said, let's focus on the pharma companies and,
Mm-hmm.
the trade blocks they have. Like something might happen in the next few years. Bro, I
Yeah, we
swear I
know.
think I'm a prophet. I don't act on it. That's my problem. I don't act on
So,
anything. I
no,
just
no, do you know what I'm
study
going
it.
to do? No, no, no. So I act
You
on it.
don't
So what I'm going to
invest
do
when you're
is,
supposed to.
no, no, so,
Tell
no,
me.
Temmie, no, no,
What
this is the thing.
the-
Whenever Temmie says something, I just act on it. So now I'm like, Temmie, give me money, bro. Give me
Yeah,
money.
that's
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
do it.
yeah, yeah.
That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Because that's what
That's
me and
solid, yeah.
Emeka, you remember
You know what
Emeka,
he
right?
is? You know what he is? Yeah, he's a financial
Yeah.
advisor who doesn't actually invest in his own
Hey,
financial
yo,
advice.
that's called a fraud.
Really?
That's a fraud.
But
fraud,
he's not
fraud,
taking
fraud,
money, is
fraud.
he?
He's not taking money though.
Yeah,
He's just there to see if you
Oh.
win, just in
he's like,
case.
bro, I'll place your money on that, but not mine.
But not mine. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
It's calm. It's
hilarious.
calm.
You
But
can
no,
risk that.
I'm telling people right now. Look, at least have a portfolio. Like, at least invest 20% of your savings that you have for investments in crypto. 80% should go stock market because that's stable right now.
Yeah.
But at least have 20%. So like, if you have a portfolio that's £5,000 worth, 1,000 of that should be in crypto, and then the rest look in. Have 1,000 crypto, 1,000 cash, and then 3,000 in stock. Just to be on the safe side, you always need cash.
Yeah, and then a
You
little bit in
never
the
know.
savings account with that
Yeah.
0. That's
Oh no, no,
0.5.
no! I'm saying just for investments. So this should be on top of that. So you should actually have like 5,000. You should actually have enough savings for you to live for 6 to 12 months. That's what I
Yeah.
recommend. Yeah, so that's what I'm building first. So I actually got that in credit card form. So I recommend people apply for credit card, get a credit card that's got a limit of like 10,000. Only use that in an emergency, and that becomes like it was weird. It was a revelation to me. I don't have to actually save that 10,000 emergency myself, if that makes sense. Whereas if you just apply for a credit card that gives you a £10,000 limit, you can live off that for 6 months, 6 to 12 months in an emergency. You're obviously gonna be looking for a job and stuff. And there's
Bro, when I
interest as
start
well.
proper work, when I start my career, my first pay was going down into investment in anything.
100%.
Trust me,
That's
I'm
100%,
I'm
bro.
playing this game.
Yes.
I'm multitasking, mate. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
waste no time.
You have
But
to-
yeah,
Speaking of 30 and over, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's
Yes.
your preference? What's your preference on dating in that sense as well? Would you ever date a woman?
that
Would you
segues.
guys-
something
I
else.
know. I was like, yo, over 30, would you? Because I was like, that number 30, it means something for us. We're coming close to it as well.
When has that changed for you in your head? Have you ever thought over 30 meant something different, or is this
Yeah, when I was
something that's
younger.
just been recent?
When I was younger,
When it comes
over
to,
30 was
I'm
so
talking
far.
about relationship, dating. I'm talking about that too.
Oh, okay. So in my mind, I'm comfortable dating a woman over 30, but in terms of marrying, the only issue is how close is she to 35, 36? Do you know what I mean? And does she have any previous kids?
But when did you start having this type of
25,
calculated?
25, 26.
Okay, and where did you get it
And
from?
more,
Was just knowing
more
that
would I-
they're too old.
So yeah, so knowing that they come with entitlement,
Yeah,
previous, and expectation, etc.
baggage.
But also, baggage from their old relationships, all
luggage.
of that, and they tend to put it on you. But also, Kevin Samuels helped put it into perspective. He helped put my feeling. He helped validate my feelings in the sense that this is what you were worrying about, and I was like, this is it. This is exactly what I'm experiencing.
Okay, good point. When you mention how we contextualize it, is that we already
Yeah.
thought about it. We just
Yeah,
never.
but I couldn't materialize what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah. We didn't know how to articulate why
why
we
were we
thought
thinking
this
that?
way. Because
That's
if a girl asks you, why would you not choose this? Why wouldn't you not be attracted to this? I was like, I don't know. I'm just how it is. But
Yeah.
now I can say this is the reason. Biologically
Hey.
unacceptable for you to be at this age and not married.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
I'll finish the
Biologically
conversation. I'll finish the debate, man.
Unacceptable. You need to be
Absolutely
That's crazy,
unacceptable.
bro. That's crazy.
That dude screaming
Because-
from Adventure Time.
Versus men, women are born with value. By the time you hit 18, you've got a flood and a queue of men waiting for you, and you're wasting it away. You have basically 11 years to prepare.
Wait,
What are you doing?
100%. But just out of interest though, have you ever tried to date an 18-year-old or anyone between 18 and 22? That's a struggle.
Recently, right?
That's a struggle.
I started
The
dating.
conversation
No,
is
recently. We're
Yeah.
going in. This is live. Okay, I dated.
Yeah.
Seeing a 20-year-old, and I'm thinking, oh, this would be too young. When I started talking to this girl, I was thinking, wait, she's mature. She's probably more mature than the older women that have
Yeah,
dated.
that we've
So it
dated.
really depends. Yeah, it really depends. And especially the ones that tend to date older guys, are prepared for maturity in terms of conversation, in terms
that's
of
it.
interacting and dating. So you just know that a lot of some of these girls who are 20 aren't looking for you. They're not looking at older guys right now. They're just still playing. They're still childish in
They're
their head.
field.
But the ones that tend to date older guys are mentally prepared. You know what I mean? Whilst
So-
I've seen
Yeah.
girls who were never prepared hit their 28, 29, and they're still immature. My ex was 28. I mean, well, 3.5 years older than me. The girl I dated before is now 32, and
Yeah.
I know compared to them, the 20-year-old was more mature.
Bro,
Does that
I'm
make
telling you
sense?
right now, it's true, bro. I'm telling you, the girls I dated, the younger girls I've dated anyway, 2 years younger, 3 years younger, super mature
Yeah.
age. The conversation, we can have an
just-
equal exchange. It
Yeah.
just flowed. But then I've spoken to girls like who are 19, 20, and you can tell, bruh.
You just and then,
It's like
then I
pulling blood out of a
acknowledge.
stone.
Yeah, but then that's where you acknowledge that when between 18 and 29, it's not really down to age; it's down to how prepared they are,
Yeah.
and they can
Yeah.
still be unprepared at age 29. You
Yeah,
just
fully.
have to pick and choose wisely,
who.
and so.
Yeah.
It seems that the ones who are prepared at a younger age are more negotiable. You know, they can interact and have a proper
Agreeable.
conversation without being. Yeah, they are agreeable. They're not confrontational. So I feel like the younger and mature they are, the easier it is to date than someone who should be mature,
In their ways.
set in their ways.
it.
Exactly.
How can you? It's weird though. How can you be setting your ways at 19, 20? It's mad, isn't it?
No. Set in your
No,
ways
no.
if you're 29, like you're
okay,
older, you're hitting that
Yeah.
stage,
Yeah.
but you still don't know what you want. You think you know what
the-
you want, but you
The danger zone, as I like to call it, or as Kevin likes to call it, should I say? Man, like danger zone.
danger
Yeah, so,
zone.
yeah, we don't mess there. We don't mess there. So you would. So I mean, I'm just gonna say. So I would date someone who is 30 and above.
Okay.
But
Okay. And why?
Only if
fun.
they. Yeah, I wouldn't marry.
Date
them.
and marry. We're talking about date and marry. Let's
Yeah.
go straight to the
So-
juggler.
Like with
Yeah, if-
dating
okay, so
with
if-
intent to marry.
Yeah, dating with intent to marry, fine. So I would date someone who is 30. That's fine because they still got 5 years. That's okay.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in that time. But if you're touching 35, 36, I can't. Because for me, it will be a rush for me to catch up. Do you know what I mean? Because I know
Yeah.
that I have not laid my foundation for me to raise a family and provide, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still reaching, whereas you're expecting me to reach already. So it's a bit mad. Like we're a bit discourse. You might need to find someone who's already there. Whereas
Yeah.
when you're dating someone who's 30, or even now, bro, I'm 27, so I can date someone who's 30. It's fine. It's not a
Oh
problem.
yeah, that's
But
fine. Yeah,
as long as we've got the
I
same
have.
mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like there are plenty of
yeah.
milfs out here who showed interest, and I've gone out with a few, and they're no, the kids. It's the kids, man. You can't be bringing previous children into this.
We can have another. We can have a discussion on that another time. But I was looking for a clip that I made that I could maybe share. I don't know where I saved
Yes,
it.
you can.
Shit.
Send it through.
Um.
Yeah, but given in the meantime, what about you, bro? What do you say? Tell me searches for that clip.
No, I would go in, but dating with intent to marry, that's a no. That is nonsense. I would not do that to myself. Why? Bro, and fact that the person would probably think they have some type of seniority over me, some type of, I have more lived life experience that they could theoretically hold over me in such situations. You haven't lived long enough to know. Like, okay, whatever, bro.
Wait, so
Whatever, bro.
I've
question.
got a
I have a
story to
question.
say about that. Trust me.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I was gonna say, how many women have you encountered where they've moved like that, or they've had that aura?
No,
I
no,
would
no,
say.
actually, not many for
Let him
me.
go on.
Not many.
Yeah, I
Not
was gonna say
many.
I
But
haven't encountered
yeah,
many that have
I
that aura.
haven't. But
Mm.
it's more than likely that they would probably have that than the younger person. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
hundred
So to
percent.
ri-
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
risk that
Or
would
equal, or
be,
equal.
yeah. To risk that for me would be just
Yeah.
nonsense. I wouldn't want to do that, bro.
But it
Like
makes
no.
sense. It makes sense why they search for someone who's usually women usually search for people who are older than them
Yeah,
because
definitely.
again,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
term. It's a sign of like I said with hypergamy,
Hmm.
someone who is above them in the sense of
I read the study.
age, level. Yeah, exactly,
I read the
and
study.
maturity. So what does
The
the study
study
say?
the study
Concrete.
about no, there was a study that was conducted, I think, I forgot the name of the university, but it was looking at about 4,000, between 4,000 and 8,000 years ago, the advent of agriculture and what it did to the
Found
dating
it.
population. Bro, it is crazy. For every one woman, for every one man who had copulated,
Yeah.
17 women did the same.
Wait, what? So
For
for
every
everyone,
one
man.
man
Yeah.
that went in, 17 women went in.
On that same dude.
Yeah, for every
Are
one
you
man, there
talking
was
about in the
17 women.
past?
Yeah, in the past, in the past. This is
That's mad.
where Fresh and Fit
That's
gets the 40%. 40% of all men have copulated
Some
versus
people don't
99% of all
survive,
women.
and through war or some
No,
other
no,
means they
no.
end
This
up
is because of
right.
no. This is because of the agriculture thing. The agriculture thing, like, is one of the biggest contributors, because basically the men who had all the agricultural innovations, the ones who had all the land, the one who owned all the fields with the cows and the women were willing to share those men for the sake of having the life that they deem like good or survivable
Oh
for
yeah,
like
I
survive. Yeah,
understand
so
that.
they flock together, and this is why women on the balance of probabilities are more likely to be more fluid than men, in terms of like experiencing the other, themselves or the
Okay,
same sex, you know what I mean? Because on a
okay,
certain level, biologically, they might need to do that for survival purposes. You know what I mean? And this whole agricultural, this
revolution
whole
to
revolution,
yeah,
this is when we
industry.
first saw hypergamy at its highest form to what we see now, where women literally, like, men were not getting anything if they did not have the land, the agriculture, the resources to provide. You see what I'm saying?
So you're saying it's the same thing.
Whereas before that, it was more of that if you didn't have the ability to protect. Now the people who are getting it were the people who are able to provide and protect. You know what I mean? The people who are able to,
Yeah,
like, because before that it was more like a community thing, and the agriculture thing made it more of a me versus other people type situation, where I'm building my
right.
own thing here. I have my agriculture, I have my irrigation system set, and women are like, oh bro, this is where it's at, let's go over there. So you'd end up having,
Oh no, I think they're all
plenty.
connected in a way, because what you have
Yeah,
is,
definitely.
all right, a man who owns land, who owns all the sheep, all the herds,
Hmm.
and then he has male support,
Hmm.
assistants that do all of that. He's the
Yeah,
alpha of that
yeah.
land. But then what happens is that community would build, and that
Hmm.
you know
Around him.
build this tribe, yeah, build this empire essentially. So that then it will lead to a society where there's a lot of structure and there's a head,
Hmm.
there's a king. But then
Yeah.
overall, there's an industry behind that community. So You're exactly right. But again, it's almost like, okay, the area we live in now is almost a replication of that, but
Yeah.
we have monetized it. We know that every individual contributes to the community in one way or another, and it's not
Yeah.
as simple as having a farm and field and
Yeah.
So honestly, it's the same thing, but you're completely right.
Yeah,
You're completely
honestly,
right.
it was crazy because they
Yeah.
had like the graphs, and they're showing that in different areas of the world, they're showing the different levels of like gene expression from like men, women, like related genes or whatever, and it showed like there was a massive dip between 4,000 and 8,000 years ago, where like literally like the small minority of men DNA was actually passed on, whereas women's DNA kind of like kept its steady rise, whereas the men's like literally tanked like a small peak. And the
Yeah.
funniest thing is, in Africa, there was not that much of a dip in comparison, which
Because
is
there was
very
less competition.
there.
And then there's more. There's in Africa. Africa has the most diverse genealogy because there more males and females survived. The gene pool. So there was less competition, less wars in terms of cultivating certain places. Like if you compare other continents, there are more hazard regions in Europe, more colder climates, more desert.
extremes.
More extremes in those regions. That's why they had to compete more. But Africa
Yeah.
was almost like left behind in terms of there was
you're
more.
right. Yeah,
There was an
It was more stable.
abundance.
Yeah, it was more
Yeah.
stable. It allowed us
I
to
mean,
thrive.
but then again, diseases also cut us down. So
Yeah.
when it comes to competition, there was less of that. But then the what do you call it? The environment also affected how we developed too. So
Yeah.
Hey, it's
that's a good
crazy.
history lesson.
So imagine.
So I dropped this MP4 on
Yeah.
if you can share, let's see if it works. But it's an example of the age thing. Can you hear it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm Vernisha, 39 years old, salon owner, entrepreneur, mommy. I'm
Boss babe.
very, very, very proud mother of 3 daughters. For the majority of their life, I've raised them on my own. It hasn't been easy, but it's definitely worth the struggle and the fight. I pride myself on being a great mom. My kids are my number one priority. And I just lead by example, and I want them to see me being a strong black woman so they can know that they have to grow up to be a strong black woman as well.
My face
I've
15
been
years
single
ago.
for 10 years, but prior to that, for
Is
8
the lag
years,
bad?
I dated
No.
a guy. He was
Okay.
very good to us, me and the children, and a great father, a great provider, but a habitual cheater. Very
Exercise
controlling.
options.
For 5 years, I was like a stay-at-home mom. He didn't want me to work. He wanted to make all the money, control everything.
Hey,
I was just young and in love.
value
But
man.
I just woke up one day and I was done. And I don't know what got to that mindset.
Wait, she
but
left?
Learn to
Kevin.
co-parent. My first thing I look for in a man is I look at their heart. Having a man
That's
that
frustrating.
is that father figure for my kids that they need is
I'm
very
done.
important to me.
Is that a young man? Oh, bro, no.
Because I have to be able to trust you,
Oh, so you want to exercise the control.
Meeting my husband within a few days is scary, but exciting. I've been in mommy mode.
It's this.
so
Yes.
long.
When he does
I've
this,
done everything that I needed to do besides
it's the glasses because he can't.
a man that's
too much.
perfect for me.
She's 39. She ain't finding no.
Hi, my name is Liz. I am
There's 2 minutes
40,
left.
and I am
All right.
the CEO of my own production company.
Again,
I put all my energies
15
and my
years old.
efforts
See, oh,
into that
I'm a
part of
PhD.
my life, building my career,
100.
and also building myself, finding
I'm a boss
out,
babe.
who I was as a
No
person.
kids.
I want to experience that with the love of my life, and not some
Yo,
fly by
it's
night,
funny 'cause
not
he's wearing
somebody that
glasses.
wanna
Yeah, he's
talk,
cleaning
write
glasses.
things in my ear.
How long have you been single?
I didn't notice that.
No, wait a minute. Before we
Yeah, he's cleaning the glasses.
How long is she? Wait,
What?
listen.
like okay. So
How long you been single?
I have been single for 17 years.
Wow, how did that happen, bro? That's
No,
crazy.
you don't have to tell me why.
God. She's unwilling to make a deal. She's unwilling to make a deal. Yo, I'm standing to it.
She is not cooperative because she has those masculine traits.
I'm a
that-
PhD.
Yeah.
Unwilling to make
She's
a
a
deal.
But I
CEO.
was in a
Conducive to
serious
successful
relationship was right out
She's
of high
very
school.
attractive as well.
He was cheating.
Yeah.
And so
Even
I
at
was
40.
What a waste.
I wouldn't say very, bro.
dating in Houston.
Bro, take
can be
15 years
off,
challenging.
imagine.
sometimes
white.
I'm a bit of an old school type.
Sorry, let me
person.
pause it. Yes, I mean she wasted her beauty, innit? She kind of
Yeah,
dried it up,
but she's
man.
still okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
40.
we just
It really
we just
just
gonna
Also find men
we
with
just gonna
like
stand to
multiple
attention. That's all we can do right now.
That for the
polyamorous,
beat.
or whatever that word is.
The
And
beat.
Exactly,
I'm
just
not
like-
about to settle for that. Needless to say, this has been a long, hard journey for me. So I am really here.
Oh, he doesn't
for
get.
love.
My name is Andrea. I'm 38 years old and I'm a flight attendant.
last
How
one.
long have you been single?
So I have been single since, do I have to give an actual time?
Yes.
I've been single since like right after I graduated from college. I graduated
Wow.
from college in 04, so yeah. I'll do the math.
19, 20.
I'm looking for physically handsome, nice looking.
Another
I like
16 to
them
14
tall.
years, bro.
Just kind of
17
tight.
years.
You got
Oh,
it
17 years as well. Yeah, 17
It's-
years.
Yeah.
together. You got it together.
No, I'm almost 40, and my fertility clock is ticking.
It's
I'm
gone.
ready
No,
for
it's
that
ticked.
because it
It's-
is
it's finished
time,
ticking.
okay? I have
It's
not
exploded
been
a long
lucky
time
She
ago.
could have, one, but
so
the
I'm ready.
you know
I'm
what?
The
ready
risks.
for all of that.
The risks. And then she does surrogacy, then fair enough.
Man said we Friday. Hey, we're gonna stand to attention out here. Hey, man.
Oh, sorry. Oh shit. I got
It's okay.
distracted.
Gosh,
Guess who
No,
made
don't
that?
worry.
gone.
I made
Was it
that
E?
real quick. Yeah,
You made
man, I
that?
made that real quick. I made that real quick. Yeah, yeah.
Oi.
Yo, you need to drop that on the.
You need to drop that.
Bro,
iMovie
you
is-
drop that on
iMovie
Twitter,
is
you
nice.
need to drop that
Yeah.
I said with
everywhere,
fried
bro.
eggs.
iMovie is
Bro.
sick. I made that in like an hour. I was like, boom, this is easy. Like, come on.
Bro,
The gifts, I had all of Kevin's gifts. I was
Mine
like, I
is
got it.
just loaded on Kevin.
Yo, man was just man had
Download.
Kevin, bruh,
Yes.
just add
Man.
it in, and then fried eggs. We're gonna add a little sauce to that, salt and pepper.
That was fun. That was
Nah,
fun.
that is
I posted it on Reddit.
That was professional.
Did they like it?
bro?
They liked it. They liked it. They liked it. But
That's funny.
perfect examples of what we're dealing with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah,
do
you put
that.
your handle in there, yeah?
No, I don't know why I didn't. I just
Put your,
didn't.
your at and then watermark.
Not your
it,
average
say-
Joe's.
Yeah,
Like in the
your
middle.
watermark. Then
Ah,
people will never rip you off, and if it gets viral, they know where to come to for the source.
Yeah,
okay. I can still do it. I can still warm up
Oh,
it
yeah,
And
then
the
post
fried
it.
eggs as well. They need to know where to come to
That's-
fried eggs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo, she said, I've got a little time left, bro. You don't have time left. What are you talking about?
so that is from a show called Ready to Love. It's on OWN
Yeah.
TV, and basically they pair up, eligible bachelors with women who are established and financially stable themselves, but they match them with 40-year-olds and 40-year-olds.
Okay.
So grown men and grown women. But you think
But
it's
they
fair,
can get
but
less.
is it realistic?
Nah, because the grown man
Because
can
those
honestly
men-
get someone who's 25.
It'd get better.
More cooperative,
do-
more
they can do way
ready, fertile. Like
Less
what's
risky.
this where you're setting them up with? I mean, okay, some men might be like, oh, I already have kids that I might want to
Yeah.
have a, corporate marriage with this woman, but
Yeah.
it's not that common.
Yeah.
True, you're
So
gonna basically
I
get
watched a
less.
few. Yeah, I watched a few episodes of that season I showed you, and literally the exact same thing we would calculate. They eventually pursued the younger women in the group. So the youngest was like 33, and they were giving her more options. Like she had more options in men than the women who were chasing for these guys, because these guys
Is it
are
like
like
a dating
well
show where
put
like
together.
everyone's in the same place, or is it like more like a situation where like it
It
goes
says-
individual dates?
Yeah, if you see the trailer, it's basically the one guy is a host and he brings like 10 men, 10 women, get to know each other in different locations. Like so when
Oh,
they're free, they
everyone-
come to this
Kind of
event.
mix and match everyone.
Yeah, and then they decide, oh, who should I go on a date with? Who do I click with? And it's a show really catered to the women who are old and like they struggle in the real world. So now you have to put them in a confined. Basically, they're not confined, but the men are confined with these options. Like, okay, I have to date these older women because I said, yeah, I don't mind, but when you watch it more, you realize the men are just there for the clout. Like, in Atlanta and Houston, they have businesses, and this gives them more visibility. And I mean, they entertain the idea of dating these women, but most of these women are uncooperative, argumentative, have extra kids, and they think they are the best. They think they're the what's the word?
prize.
They're the prize. I'm thinking, where's Kevin Samuels? Like, that's why I put him. I was like, he should be the one responding to these.
Restoring the balance.
Right.
That is Thanos. Restoring the
Where's
balance
Thanos?
of the universe.
Yeah,
I like
man.
Thanos with the clap now, the click.
Yeah, he's
He's
coming
just got the
in.
click. He's
So
like balanced.
this is on Oprah's channel, own TV. So of course, it's catered to the women. They're gonna promote it.
You know it's Oprah trying
But
to
it's
get the old
unrealistic.
head buried away, bro.
It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
My
Diet
God.
dog. Diet
My
dog.
God.
It won't happen.
Yeah.
It won't happen in real life. So it has to be on a show. And they think people are fed into this, like, oh, this is normal. No, it's not. Because
No.
those men will still pursue the younger women.
In real life, yes.
Honestly, she won. She actually
When
won
you
the
have to
lottery and she lost it.
Yeah.
Do you know the
Like-
40-year-olds, the light-skinned CEO lady? Apparently, I saw on her Instagram that she made a video saying that I applied to this show 3 times because there's 4 seasons. She said I
Yeah.
couldn't get it, and of course. And then you imagine there's probably a huge list of women who were trying to get on the show because
yeah,
they're
definitely.
older. And
And what? Damn.
They're in the
Yeah.
They only keep to die alone, but then they're like, bro, I gotta.
Yeah,
I
but then
gotta
the
go.
men
said
are
in the
coming in.
queue to
But then the men are repeating seasons. So some men who didn't do so well in the other season are still coming back to do it again. So
They're coming back.
that means there aren't that many applying.
Yeah, and they don't have the other ones who dipped have options because of the clout they received from the first season. Hey, it is what it is, guys. I was just gonna let you know, bro. We've been running for like 2:15.
Yeah.
I was
It's,
like,
it's time to.
I'm actually gonna have to. Wrap
This was
up.
fun.
Yeah, this
This
was
was
good.
good. This was
Oh,
good,
man.
man.
This
This
was
was real
fun.
good.
Good way to come back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna have to wrap it up though, real quick. I mean, if there's anything anyone wants to drop real quick, please feel free to do it now. Let the viewers know. If you're available, single. You name it. Drop your number. In the DL. Down in the DMs.
Down in
But
the
no,
DMs.
apart from that, man, it's been a pleasure.
It has
This
been a
has been.
pleasure.
Actually, we'll be back. Hopefully, we should be back next week.
Yeah,
For sure. Fingers crossed. If anything pops up, just let me know. But yeah, I think we should be back next week, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been
With some
this has
reaction
been-
videos.
100%. We have to. I feel like we dedicate the reaction videos. We start them at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it at the beginning. Because if we do it at the end, yeah, we'll be here all night. Still. But yeah, with that being said, man, this has been Not Your Average Joes, Moose,
Average Joes.
Given, and your boy, the Duke. This is us signing out. Peace.